Hey everyone, and welcome to the Hype Check Pod. This week we finally reached the end. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing of our Spider-Man journey in the MCU, and we are going to be talking about the brand new blockbuster, almost billion-dollar movie, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Oh, what a ride! And we haven't talked, so this is going to be very different. Like we saw it separately, so Rich and Andy went and saw it together. I saw it on Thursday night on release night here in Australia, and we have not spoken. Like we didn't even hardly message each other today because we were too worried about actually talking about it, and then it would just open the floodgates. And we want that for the podcast, so we've saved it. So again, my co-hosts, Rich, Andy. Rich, how are you, man? How are things?
Good man. Usual stuff. I'm good though.
Life is
Work,
good.
watching movies, and got to watch Brand New Day over the weekend in a packed cinema, which I haven't been in quite some time actually.
And this is part of what we're going to talk about, right? Because
Mm.
that is so true, and we'll get to it. We'll get to it. How is the rest of the week, man? Been okay? Watched lots of
Been good.
movies. You all good?
Yeah, all good. And I was
Nice.
just gonna say it was like so surprising at Sunday night that it was that packed.
Andy, my friend, how are you, man? How are you after our long Saturday?
Yes, lots of sleep at night. Crashed very early. But it was good. Good time. We had a good time on Saturday, and obviously caught up with Rich on Sunday night to watch Spider-Man. That was good. And VMAX we'll discuss.
Yeah, VMAX.
Yeah, VMAX is the thing.
For Australians, it's funny, but that will be in the spoiler section, so we're gonna hang there. We're gonna
Yeah.
hold on to that one.
Sorry.
It was a bit of last one that came up.
It's not a spoiler for anyone else because no one knows what the fuck we're talking about.
That's true.
So
That's
we're
true.
all right.
No, other than that,
All right.
all good.
Nice. All right, I really want to get into this one. And again, as per usual, we will start with our spoiler free thoughts around Spider Man Brand New Day because I think this will be a lot of things are going to get highlighted. And again, it's going to be really hard to do it in the spoiler free section because there's so much to discuss and so many things we can also think about in regards to the MCU as a whole. Doomsday coming out at the end of the year. So this may be a really short spoiler-free section because I really want to get into discussion because I think this is going to be heaps that we're going to talk about tonight. So let's do it. Let's do spoiler-free. Rich, man, what are your spoiler-free thoughts around Spider-Man Brand New Day? Did you like the movie, man?
Yes, I really enjoyed this movie. One thing we talked about is where does his rank overall about all the Spider-Man movies is going to be
Save that.
tough.
I think this one I want to have that
It's going to be
discussion with,
tough.
and we'll definitely do it in the spoiler part because I think
Yeah,
obviously we want to have the discussion about things. But yeah, I've been thinking about that all week. I've been thinking about how we rank it and what we rank it against. Do we include Spider-Verse? Like, where do you actually go and start? And again, it's probably live action. We should just stick to live action because I think putting Spider-Verse in may make it unfair unless I am completely wrong. And I may be wrong with you guys' thoughts after seeing Brand New Day. So yeah, nah, man. So what for you, what made it so enjoyable besides the packed theater?
it was a Spider-Man story more than anything. It was nothing to do with something happening. No Way Home was about him crossing universes. Number two was him going away to Europe, and this was just a pure Spider-Man movie that no one knew him. He was just playing Spider-Man for the first. Because yeah, it was good to see. Oh, I can't say that because that's spoiler.
Can't say shit.
Can't say shit.
It was good.
It was good. It was really good.
And
But
that could be the discussion, right? We're just going to go spoiler free. Yeah, it was really good. No,
yeah,
sorry, man.
it was really good, and having all the characters come back was great as well. From all the other three, especially the tie-in with how it was going to be from the end of No Way Home to this. I liked how they kept it. So that story was was that's why I really enjoyed the story at the first half of the movie. It was great, and then in the crazy second half. But yeah, I don't think I can say anything more without spoiling it.
No, and I totally agree. Like, again, for me, I really enjoyed it. Like you mentioned before, I don't know where I'm going to rank it. I have a fair idea of where I'm going to rank it, but as a whole, for the three of us, I don't know where we're going to put it because it was so well done. And I reiterate everything you said, man. It was a great Spider-Man movie. It was a Spider-Man story. It wasn't Iron Man Jr. It wasn't relying on the nostalgia of the other movies. So again, we won't even started to spoil things for the other Spider-Man movies as well. But yeah, it was just a really good story. Some questions I have not questions, but some things I want to ask you guys because I want to see where we land on a couple of things. But yeah, as a whole, it was awesome. Really, really, really enjoyed it. And again, like I said, same as you guys, mine was packed. I went to a 9:45 session, so 9:45 p.m.
Wow.
The cinema was packed. There was children with their parents that are going to see it. Yeah, like I looked at it and went, man, you're a little bit older than my kid. Wow. I probably wouldn't have had you at the movies. And knowing that it was 2 hours and 20 minutes long, I was like, oh, wow. But no, the kids survived. But yeah, man, it was packed. And there was a lot of people. And most of us stayed until the end. And I will save that for spoilers. Andy, how about you, man? What are your thoughts on Spider-Man Brand New Day? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Was it the worst one ever made? I don't know, man. What are your thoughts, man?
I really enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. So unlike you guys, I did think, even though yes, it is a more mature Spider-Man story, I found definitely different tone to the other three. I did find that it did jump to another certain character for a little bit too long, and I did find it a little bit too predictable. So, and I think they telegraphed a lot of things in the movie. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to discussing it.
Shit, man, your notes are so much better than mine. My notes are crap. I enjoyed it. It was cool. And then we got to talk about so many spoilery things. Sorry, Rich, what were you going to say, man?
Exactly the same thing. Mine was nothing compared to that one.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect that answer. I really didn't. And like I said, full transparency, we really haven't talked. The boys went to the movies together. They went partners, went to the movies. And when I asked them today, they just went, oh, we didn't really talk about it. Everyone sort of went, yeah, it was good. And everyone separated because no one wanted to give anything away in regards to thoughts. So even for me, even though I wasn't there with the two of them, we all have no idea how everyone thought. So that's really interesting, man, because like I find that to be quite funny for if you've watched all our podcasts for the month of July, except for the Odyssey one, obviously. Andy's the Spider-Man fan. Like, we're all Spider-Man fans. We're fans of the franchise. We're fans of the character. But again, I find that really interesting and something that we really need to discuss. All right. Last thing before we get spoiler-free, because it makes it a little bit easier if we at least get this out of the road first. All right. I had to bring up some notes. I did do notes, but they weren't as good as Andy. Andy's were much more eloquent than mine. All right. So,
wow. Okay.
Domestic box office in the US. Now, again, my figures are based on today. So after the weekend, including the Thursday night preview event, and then the whole weekend, US domestic, all-time highest grossing movie in the history of cinema. So 360 million for, we have to say, technically 4 days. So
4 days,
3 days and a half. Because Thursday previews, I don't know what time they actually started, but I believe they were night sessions that seemed to run constantly and then ran into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 360 domestic US is massive. So it has beaten Avengers Endgame. So
that's crazy.
That is huge. And considering how much it beat it by, it doesn't seem like much. But it did, and it almost didn't. So depending on one figure before the end of the closeout of the actual official box office figures, it was under. Endgame was still first. Then as they tallied everything coming into today, for us being a Tuesday and yesterday being Monday for the US, it did hit the 360. So it still beat Endgame only by a little bit in the end. So 3 million. Again, I say only 3 million. It's still ridiculous because the previous figures around that were Endgame at 357, and then the next one was No Way Home at 250 million. So Endgame blitzed it, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day has sort of just blown it out just by a little bit. But again, the figures are ridiculous. But then if you count in international, this is where it gets really, excuse my French, fucked up. The international across the board, including US domestic, $932 million.
Nice.
Under a bill just before the weekend. Now, it could have crossed the billion today. Who knows? Because those figures are ridiculous. But man, it is massive. Now, the other thing for box office as a whole, Chinese box office, 121 million in China. These figures weren't the same in the previous numbers. So for No Way Home, COVID wasn't Chinese release. So didn't have a release in China. Endgame was minimal as well. So this is huge. So it's a sneaky almost a billion because the Chinese market didn't include for the other movies. But hey,
It's only the opening
It's still
weekend.
ridiculous.
It's already hit $1 billion. That's fucking
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
crazy.
just short. Like I
Nice.
said, it's probably hit $1 billion by now because even for you guys, I don't know what the conversations are at work, but I've had some weird random conversations at work over the last couple of weeks. Didn't realize half my office really enjoy the movies, and everyone has talked about and they want to go see, Spider-Man, and everyone finds it funny. I don't tell them what I do on my spare time, but all of them are like, "What? You've seen it already?" It's like, "Yeah, I saw it." Almost 10 o'clock on the Thursday night, and people look at me like, "Dude, this guy really likes movies."
why?
It's like, I'm not telling you why. There's no real reason I'm going to movies almost at midnight, but hey. But yeah, like it's massive. So again, second all-time box office at the moment in regards to weekend. Endgame still rules over the total weekend, but for that opening day count of what it was actual box office was, yeah, it did better. So Endgame's still there. So it's not actually all-time box office for the weekend. Endgame has still the bigger numbers as a whole, but yeah, it's huge. But yeah, for opening night, opening preview night, everything, I think preview, so Thursday night preview box office was 72 million. So for the evening sessions on release night in the US domestic market, it's huge. Okay, let's get into spoilers because there's too much to talk about, and we've done the things that we need to do. We've done the figures. That's awesome, fantastic. One of the most well-received movies in regards to financial success. Awesome. All right, let's do spoiler heavy. We're not going to muck around. We're going to get into it. Where do you guys want to start?
Put the sign up.
The sign is up. The sign is up in the video. It's up. I should do this because.
Should we do the opposite this week and start from the beginning?
I reckon we should.
I don't know if we start from the beginning. There's so much we can talk about. The end. I want to talk about the end.
No.
Okay.
I think we should start from the start. Because
it's so
that's
hard.
probably
I got to bring up the plot now. I got to remember how it starts. All right.
Him being Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously we start the film at the end of the previous movie, basically where Peter Parker is forgotten. Well, the fact that he is Spider-Man is forgotten. The fact that Peter Parker as a person is forgotten. It is just Spider-Man, the hero of New York City, that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay, where do you want to start with the beginning? How'd you guys find the intro? Did you enjoy the beginning parts of the movie? Like, where do you guys want to actually start?
Rich, do you want to go? Or
yeah, I enjoyed the beginning, especially him being not the happy-go-lucky Spider-Man. He's doing a job. He's working with the police force and all that kind of stuff. One thing that caught my attention, and I don't know if it was. I know it was meant this way, but it was 4 years.
Okay, yeah. I love how they did that. Did you guys appreciate how they did that
I
time
did.
lapse?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think it
Yeah.
was so well done in regards to that skip of going. Let's start with where we previously saw at the end of No Way Home. We start with Instagram stories. Hey, we got into MIT. It's just Ned. It's just MJ. There's no sign of the Peter Parker anywhere. And then obviously it shows you transitioning through the 4 years of college. And then so by the time we get to the movie, they're so much older, which was probably one of the best ways to do this.
Yeah.
Had the time lapse, showed the life going through, had the cover art. They had all the cover parts from all these stories of Spider-Man, all these things that were matching to obviously famous comic book covers as live action scenes as part of them of him going through this montage of his Spider-Man. Here's what he's been doing for 4 years, right? I think that was really good. Can we go back a second? Now, I don't know if you guys saw this. Did you guys notice the Marvel titles?
Yes.
So
All Spider-Man?
all Spider-Man, but did you see at all that it was also him disappearing?
No, I didn't catch that.
Okay, so in all the Marvel letters, as they're all the scenes of Peter Parker, they're actually scenes where Peter disappears. So they're places where he disappears from memory. So there's ones with May, there's ones with MJ, there's ones with Ned, and it's actually him fading out of existence in those actual
I
titles
didn't pick that up.
as it started. And then obviously, because it's a brand new generation of movies, it is no longer John Watts doing the directorial. It is the had the Spider-Man mask as well when it starts up, which was awesome, which I thought was really cool. Sorry, boys, I hijacked the beginning already. Anyway, how about you, man? How about you, man? How'd you find the beginning of the movie?
I thought it was excellent. So it really sort of establishes, where Peter sits, or Spider-Man sits. Like, he's obviously on top of his game as Spider-Man. And that's something we haven't really seen before in this Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. He's obviously working with the police. It definitely set the tone because he is lonely. He looks lonely. He's kind of depressed, maybe. He's
super depressed. No, kind of, man.
Yeah.
He hates life except being Spider-Man. That's the only good part of his life, I reckon.
Yeah. So it's definitely a darker beginning to any of the other Tom Holland movies. I thought Tom Holland was excellent in this. I thought he did a really good job.
Sorry.
And I still think he's the best Spider-Man so far. And I think he really did showcase his range a bit more than the other ones. He wasn't as quippy. He was more serious. And the action scenes were fucking awesome. Like, when they had the first person shots of him going through New York, that was awesome. The action scenes in this were fucking phenomenal. And like I said, the beginning just really establishes where he's at, and it did a really good job.
No, I agree. And Rich, do you agree? Do you think the beginning really set out that tone? Because I agree with Andy. I think there was it's a hard movie to describe the beginning, because it's almost, as a whole, this movie's kind of sad. This guy is.
It is.
But it's really how a normal Peter Parker Spider-Man issue would be, right? The guy. It sounds slack. He's not a winner. He's not doing well. Everything's always a struggle. Everything's a stress. He's always under that pressure of the duality of being Spider-Man and Peter Parker. And I like how they started this movie, because it's Spider-Man is the everything. Peter Parker is just the dude that goes home, bruised, whatever, going through, listening to the app or checking the app or trying to fix his suit and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's the same. But what do you recommend? Do you think it laid it really well, the foundation for this movie?
Yeah, it definitely did. If you break it down, I think because he's so lonely, he's got no May, he's got no friends.
Mm.
His friend. Well, if you think about it, his friend is a
It's a
person who
cop.
talks over the phone. Is a cop,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Who the fuck was that?
yeah,
I don't know. Is that the happy replacement?
No, so
no,
the character is actually from the Insomniac game. So she's actually from the game. It's not an actual comic book character. She's from the games that they incorporated in.
Ah,
She is in the comic series now, but she was originally from the original Insomniac game. So they
okay.
created a side character that actually went into the comic series and then is also now in the movie. So yeah, fact.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
yeah, that's pretty cool. And especially with so many little things like I was showing you before. I did buy the game. Now I'm going through all the side missions and side quests. How the action of the game was similar to the action to the
I
movie.
agree. I totally agree with that too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially like little.
Go, Rich. Sorry.
No. So there's little things like him, webbing to the corner of the buildings and stuff like that, and pushing himself through and all that kind of stuff. But it was in the other movies, but it just seemed a bit more tied in with the game more than the other movies.
Mm.
Yeah.
He his moves part
I
of
agree
it.
100% with that. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so another trivia fact for this part is okay, I'm going to try and get Dustin's name correct. So Dustin Daniel Cretton is the director. So again, part of the homework that he gave some of the stunt team and some of the actual staff around the actual picture before it started was to go and play the game, either 1 and 2, and then select fight scenes or movement that they found impressive and that they thought they can incorporate it into the movie. So he gave the crew homework to go and play the Insomniac game, to go and add those to this take on Spider-Man, which again, for us, we don't do the intro as much anymore, but we're also gamers. So again, Spider-Man 2, the Miles Morales game as well. They're amazing games by Insomniac. Obviously a Sony-owned property, so it fits in really well, right? So Sony's everywhere. But yeah, as part of the homework was to go and check out the game and go and pull things. And there are so many pulls from the game in this movie.
Yeah.
So many. And they've done them well as well, which I think is really impressive because they're not the easiest thing. And again, for gamers, it's like it becomes part of the flow of the game, but to incorporate into a live action movie and make it look not silly is hard work. So yeah, they did a really good job. So sorry guys, next, keep going. Sorry, just another fact.
Yeah, it does give you an idea how good the games really were as well. So to actually even think about incorporating some of that stuff into the movies is great. Like I thought I saw it and I'm like, oh wait, I know this. It seemed familiar kind of sense. But yeah, it did. Even the storylines kind of stuff, like you kind of see bits and pieces. I like how the whole on the phone app instead of a radar, like it's not that kind of it's brought into this generation, right? He's not listening to a radio and all that kind of thing. He's actually got an app to say, oh look, there's a robbery in progress and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And I found that it was exactly like the game.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And let's go back to the original point. So the whole mood of the movie is great. Like you got to understand, like superheroes always have a downside, right? And this is his downside of what he is, and he's lonely. It same goes with Dark Knight, Batman, and all that kind of stuff. He's in Dark Knight, he was lonely. His person he loved died, all that kind of stuff, and then he had to give himself up and be alone for the rest of the, that kind of sense. But
at least he was rich.
At least he was rich.
Yeah, but until he met Catwoman, until someone tried to rob him, and he went, "I'm going to start walking again." Sorry,
like to have. In the end, his friend is Frank, right? And he finally figures that out, and Frank figures it out that he needs like for out of all people.
That's the end, Rich. Can I do it?
No.
Okay, all right, I'll save it.
But how he the phases from the movie went from loneliness, and he thought he had no one, and then basically, out of all people, Frank has that speech and basically made him sense that he's got people around him. He's got he's got other people that he can rely on and stuff like that. So
Well,
I found that great.
Frank's a bigger loner than he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I think they had the relationship so well. And
Yeah.
again, you see it from that very beginning, even though, again, if you've watched Daredevil, if you've watched the Netflix series, if you've gone through in this scene, like this version of Frank Castle is similar, very PG compared to
Yeah.
everything
swear.
else and all the other ones. But you know, yeah, he had all the swearing, all the swear lines were Frank, you know, except for the you know, the
Yeah.
and it was so well done because I think with having the Punisher in this version, I'm going to call it the Netflix one because that's where it originated from in regards to this iteration of Frank Castle. Like, he's a fucking hard ass. Like, he kills heaps of people in the Netflix series, and he's killed a couple in Daredevil Born Again as well. So again, he's violent as, and for this one to be able to incorporate Frank in there, but to keep him at least like a little lighthearted, but have that good cop, bad cop with Peter was really good. Like, they did a really good job of making them the buddy cops.
Yep.
And, you know, he's the hard ass one, obviously, but they didn't really pull him too far away from that Netflix character. Yes, he's a lot harder and a lot more serious in those. Yes, obviously, because of the tone of the series and the movie are completely different. But it didn't feel out of place, or am I crazy? Do you think it felt out of place compared to the Punisher we know to the Punisher in Brand New Day? Do you think he's suited still? He fit in enough where it wasn't so much to throw people off of going, that's not Frank Castle. Do you guys think?
I've only seen season 1 of the Netflix Punisher show. And I don't know the comics well enough of Frank or the Punisher, and how he incorporates with Spider-Man. I think for this movie, it served really well. I think it was good. Like that, it needed that sort of those two to bounce off each other, and to help each other, to propel the story forward. And so I don't know. You know, he might be better suited off with like Deadpool or something. That would be an interesting movie where he can be himself and not be so restrained.
Not chained by the PG-13 minutes.
Yeah. I thought this was pretty good. Like I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, Rich.
You guys didn't watch the special, did you?
The what?
I didn't see the special. I haven't done the special.
So, ultra violent, no violence. So he kills a lot of people in that one 45-minute special, and this is the total opposite. But the character is still true to what he is. Like in the special, he goes through a whole bunch of stuff, you know, how about his family's killed and all that. That's how he is, right? So, and for this, like they even mention it here. Obviously, you could see the anger come out when she talks about the family, going, "Oh, who's this?" and all that kind of stuff.
When she says it on the boat,
and so it is. Look, I find that this is a good interpretation of him. If we want to see him in movies, if we want to see him in future MCU movies, this is a great way to do it.
Okay.
Sorry, no, it makes sense from an MCU perspective.
Yeah. So I found that like spot on what they did. He wasn't overly, obviously he wants to swear, but he covers his mouth and stuff like that.
Yeah. And that's part of the joke, right?
Yeah. Exactly. But he's still violent. So how many shots at Hulk did he have? He emptied clips, threw a bomb at him. And it was like, that's Frank. It's just all guns blazing first. Nothing. Like, you remember, we're jumping ahead. He goes in guns blazing. He doesn't realize the Hulk is gonna go versing the Hulk. So that's Frank.
Well, he made sure he didn't, right? He made sure in that line that, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. And again, okay, I got a question. And again, I wasn't going to skip. We've skipped. Rich, you skipped. It wasn't my fault.
Sorry.
So I got to ask you a question.
My bad.
No, I want to ask you a question on that. That was one of the parts I didn't like. That line when he doesn't want to go after Hulk. The Frank Castle from the Netflix series did not give a fuck about anyone. It didn't matter if it was the Hulk. He would have gone hard Would he have won? Probably not. Yes, it
He would've been
suited this
crushed.
story. But do you guys reckon that sort of suited? Because that was the only part where I was sitting there going, that's not the Punisher that I now know. He wouldn't go, oh no, I don't want to take the hard guy. I'll just take the teenage girl. Like, what? He would have gone after the Hulk. He wouldn't have given a shit. He would have unleashed everything he had. So do you think that fit, or is that just me being a little bit of having a little bit of a nitpick?
I think it's a little bit of a nitpick, but at the same time, I think it's valid. Like, it's not. It's, you know, if you go into the movie not knowing anything about these characters, like a character like the Punisher, I think it's fine. But you know what the Punisher's like, so yeah. So it doesn't. You're right. Like, he's a hard ass. He wouldn't back down on anybody. So
and that's it. You look at the anti-mutant, the anti-vigilante task force, man. He shot so many of them in Daredevil. Like, he did not. He went into the bottom end of the docks, knowing how many were there, and he just took out police officers. Well, Fisk police officers, people on his payroll. So again, he shot a lot of people, but yeah, he didn't give a shit. So that's why I was like, okay, it makes sense. Yes, it also is the Hulk, and Hulk in this one's what, 8'5" or whatever he is. So it's mega.
Yeah,
Hulk. It's not
proper Hulk.
It's not the scientist version, or
Professor
the smaller
Hulk
version. Yeah, this is hulking at maximum size. It's like, it's huge. Okay, I just wanted to ask again. It's only because you led me there, Rich. You took me on that trip, and I just wanted to ask the question. Yeah,
I got a question.
Yeah, man.
My nitpick. Where the fuck does he get his money from? Spider-Man.
Okay,
Peter Parker.
I agree. He's not a down on your luck, Peter Parker. He's got a fabricating machine that was not Tony's. Don't know where that one came from, because that one, Damage Control took that one from Happy when they started charging him. That one disappears at the end of No Way Home. He's got a Samsung flip phone that's at least $1,200 US. So this kid's got no job. So I don't know if he's getting tips.
Maybe he got money from Aunt May passing away.
And I have had that thought too.
Oh,
did he have money from May? Did May leave him? Did they own the apartment? Did he sell it? Did he get cash? Did May and Ben leave him all this money? And it's like, because they never answer that one. And again, I agree with you, Rich. It's like, this kid does all right for a kid with no job, and for 4 years he's living in New York City. It doesn't matter where, he's still living in New York City. It's not cheap.
And it was like, isn't it unlike on the roof as well?
Yeah,
like, imagine that.
Yeah,
that one didn't click to me with the Aunt May.
I had a similar thought, and I was like,
that's the only thing I could think of, because I was thinking,
where did that come from?
Isn't he meant to be working for a newspaper, or like, isn't he a photographer?
Well, no, the newspaper doesn't exist. In this universe, Daily Bugle isn't a thing.
So there's two. There's two things. So the one thing they missed and they skipped is him going to college. They totally skipped it.
Yeah.
So that's part of his storyline is he goes to college, and all that kind of stuff, and that's how he's boy, and he does the photography to get through and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I did read before this with the whole money thing is that because of the whole Peter Parker wiped, he's no longer part of the Avengers. He's no longer part of that, all that memory of with the Avengers, with Civil War is all gone.
And he's really fucked up.
Well, that would make sense, because that's in the title card. That's one of the ones in Germany. He disappears. That makes sense.
So that's why it came to me. I go, well, then they show basically his brain, right? So he makes his own fabricator. He does the inhibitor chips. He does all that kind of stuff. He makes an app and all that kind of stuff. So they show how brilliant his brain is in this movie. But it just didn't get to me again. Where did you get this money from? Like, straight to the beginning, I'm like, there's no photography, there's no Daily Bugle, and there's nothing like that. And so how are you getting your money?
With photography, you're not making that much fucking money.
In New York, man. In New York, man. You make money in New York.
Not anymore.
A wedding in New York New York wedding could be like, 60, 70 grand. Who knows who the
Mm.
wedding? I mean, if Nick's tickets are fucking a $250,000, then fuck, what's a photography job?
Fuck, I wish they were in the movie.
Can you imagine that? Just cat walking down the street.
Well, he was in the other movie, Andy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Talk about that later.
that's for what we've been watching. I know what you've been watching, so that one I know. All right. Well, again, back to that. And again, I know I'm doing it. Yes, we're skipping a little bit forward, but it's another question around Hulk. Obviously, there has always been the rumor that someone in this movie knows who Peter Parker is. And again, you can take it with a grain of salt. But obviously, in this now, we've had the reveal, right? It is Hulk. Hulk is the one that still remembers. Banner doesn't, but Hulk does.
Hulk does.
Do you agree with that? Because Andy's pulling a face like, oh, I don't know if I agree with that. Do you agree with that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. How?
The only way
that?
The only way to explain it is when the Hulk starts to
Pulls the face and lets
pulls the
go.
face and go. Yeah, he figures it out.
We should backtrack though,
Yeah,
and
okay, backtrack.
talk about how he's changing, how Peter Parker's changing.
Oh,
and the whole reason why he interacts with Hulk and is
the arachnid DNA.
Oh yeah, we haven't got there because
DNA.
that's another 20 minutes of conversation. Okay,
But
okay.
that was fucking awesome. That was so good. That was a really good fucking. I thought that was a really good fucking.
Okay, so Andy's I don't know. I don't really care about the Hulk knowing. Rich and me are on the same page where we've gone. The face that he lets go, he lets Peter go, shows that he's the one that remembers.
But that's 50-50 for me.
You reckon? 50-50. I reckon that's. Why would he let go? Why would Hulk let go of Peter, of Spider-Man, if he didn't go when he says, Dr. Banner, it's me, it's Peter.
Peter, yeah.
Why would he let go if he said Peter? Hulk wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, because he introduced himself as Ned, right?
Yeah, he was Ned. Ned when they met. Yeah. And he's still like, I don't care. Let's go back.
No, well, look, I have thoughts on the Hulk.
Let's just have let's have all our Hulk conversations in one go, right? Let's do it. Let's talk about Hulk. Andy, what were your thoughts around Hulk?
So, as cool as that scene was in the office, in the that whole section, it felt like a little bit like, why the fuck's the Hulk in this movie? Was it really? And it felt like they were trying to make up for the lack of the Hulk in the Avengers Endgame and even in Infinity War.
I'll give you one reason why he's in the movie.
Why?
Mutants.
It explains why he's not going to be in Doomsday.
Well, I don't. How? He just comes and goes.
Exactly. But at the end, where does he go?
Well, he goes back to being Bruce Banner.
But he's in an institution. He goes into an institution voluntarily. So he doesn't need to be in Doomsday. Because
the inhibitor's gone.
Inhibitor's gone, so he has to control himself. So that whole side
story... Without a Hulk in Avengers, it's not an Avengers movie.
Trust me. It's the exact same thing they did with him with Civil War.
Yeah.
He was in Ragnarok. He had to push him to somewhere else.
He was in space.
So he was in space. So he couldn't be.
More sense. Yeah, that made more sense.
Remember, the Hulk is overpowered.
It made more sense that the Hulk was in space with Thor.
I do.
Yeah. So my theory is this. Yeah, my theory is the only reason he's in this movie is to show how he was, how he is, and when we won't be around. Exact same thing they did for Ragnarok.
I got a second part of that one. So go, Andy. Have you thought? And then I'm going to give you my second part of that one.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
Well, I don't know. I just thought the Avengers was Hulk, Thor, Captain America. Obviously, I guess
no one's left, man. There's no Avengers.
No one's
left. The Avengers are Yelena, fucking Red Guardian, Spidey. Those Avengers are dead. Well, old. Okay, so second part of the Hulk question then. How do you feel about Peter Parker being the person that creates the inhibitor that's going to fuck all the mutants?
Yeah,
what do you think?
That was a big one.
That? Andy, I'm going to ask you first. How do you feel about the Peter Parker is the one that creates the restraints that's going to fuck all the X-Men? The Trask
well,
Industries, whoever it may be, whoever gets it.
Whoever gets it, because it's still active. At the end.
He this version of Spider-Man keeps fucking up, so I'm not surprised. So,
but
that's what he does.
That's a great answer though, because as that was happening, I was sitting there going, "Oh wow, like they're really gonna go that way." This isn't just that. Oh, Jean Grey's in this movie. Jane Elaine Grey is in this movie. Cool. He creates a device to dumb down, remove, block powers, including mutant powers. Like this was like oh wow, this is Secret War. I don't know about Doomsday. Secret Wars is going to be awesome. Secret Wars is going to be excellent if they keep going this way. But yeah, how do you guys feel about it being Peter that created it? Like it's such a random thing.
It is a random thing.
Like Banner had one, he created a better one, and then chuck it and then slapped it onto Jean, and then power's gone. It's like, oh man, this is gonna be huge.
And it ties back to No Way Home, right? With Doc Ock.
Yeah.
So
the original blueprint was when he gave Doc Ock his. It's like, oh man, it's like it's come not full circle yet, because I want to see how it's used in the MCU mutant saga or whatever that will be. But yeah, man, it's such a huge
and it's funny because it targets mutants. It targets mutations, not people with abilities.
So someone's just going to steal it from him and develop it to do that. I don't think.
Well, no, because think about it. He threw it off. It is in his damage control. Already have it. He threw it off when he was fighting the Hand. He took it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't his intention to do that. Obviously.
No. Now he's
but
given.
Someone's going to use that.
No, damage control are going to be the villain in the mutant saga. They're going to be the ones that are there.
Yeah, I have thoughts on that whole scene. That's one of the things I didn't like about this movie was them as the villains. It was just so fucking predictable. As soon as the guy from Severance came on, with his calm, cool voice, I go, he's the fucking bad guy.
Yeah,
that's there's no doubt about it. And I knew that at the beginning of the fucking movie. So I think that was one of the things I didn't like about this one.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious that Jean Grey was attacking him for a reason. It wasn't because they're good people, so to speak, right? Jean Grey was the biggest. It wasn't a secret. It was pretty obvious. It was Jean Grey. The only other person I could think of that would have been Gwen Stacy. I don't think that would have been.
Nah.
So,
what did you think of Sadie Sink as Jean Grey?
She's good. I reckon she's gonna be great in that role. She showed little bits of how Phoenix might be as well, the anger side of it. So if they go down that path and do go with the Phoenix saga as well, it'll be interesting. But I reckon she'll do well. I reckon it'll be interesting how she interacts with the other X-Men. You already see how she's a friend of now Spider-Man. There we go. There was another friend that Spider-Man made. But stuff like that, right? So it's now leading to a lot of questions on how the future of mutants are going to be. It's really interesting, and it's got me thinking.
Well, I was curious about that. I never thought I'd see Spider-Man and Jean Grey in the same movie. To be honest,
it's great.
I don't know if it 100% worked for me, and that's because I don't know. I'm just not used to seeing those two characters share the screen. And I think at the beginning, when I gave my thoughts of what I thought of the movie, I thought that at a certain point it started becoming her fucking movie. And I have heard that other people say that, so I'm probably ripping that off from other people. But But it's true. The movie just kind of stopped, and then it was about her and her sister and
So, yeah.
VMAX, blah blah blah, and
Yeah,
I
VMAX.
was like,
Everybody starts
yeah.
laughing. We were in a
Were you,
VMAX cinema.
were you guys in the VMAX cinema? Yeah,
Yeah,
You sure were.
yeah, sure were.
Sorry, I'm having camera issues, so I'm just going to keep talking while we go. That's right, no stress.
But I thought she was like, she's an awesome, like, to me she's the most talented actor on Stranger Things, or she was. But I felt like she was still Max in this a little bit.
Yeah,
She still has that Max kind of
Chip on her
persona.
shoulder, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. So yeah. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that character. I'm curious to see where it goes and how they introduce the new version of Cyclops, and how they get away from the older versions. So I don't know how the fuck they're going to pull that off, but obviously that's what they're going to do. So
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see where they go with X-Men, especially if they continue the kind of storylines they're getting from the animated series. We're going to be in good hands. So, but yeah, the whole Jean Grey, like, yeah, I do agree. It was more about her in the second half of the movie. It was her introduction to the MCU. Like, it is a big deal. Like, for her, she is a big character from all that.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so for her to be in the MCU, to be even mentioned, it is a big deal. Like, she's one of the most powerful mutants out of everyone other than Xavier, I think. So that's another tidbit. So this is her first event, right? If we're going straight to the end again, Dave. So sorry.
And that's all right. I was going to join in because I had a question, but that's all right. I was listening.
Yeah, so we're going straight to her event, which then leads to Xavier just basically telling her, get on a bus and go to Xavier's school. And we kind of saw that.
I fucking missed all that. When did that happen?
So in the comics, cartoon, everything.
Okay.
That's why she's on the bus at the end. We all know where she's on the bus. She's going upstate. She's going upstate. We know where she's going. I have a question. That's my gripe. And I'm going to go to the very end to the, why was there no Professor X post credit? Like, that would have been superior. That would have been good. That was been done that way. That would have been so good. Like that. When we got to the end, I was like, oh man, this is the best kept secret ever. They're not. No one knows. We're going to see the casting for Professor X and the app. That was so disappointing. We'll say the app because we're not really at the end.
Yeah, we're not really at the end. But the app does lead to something.
But that's open for interpretation. Let's wait until the end. Let's come back and we'll get there because we haven't got through that part. I don't even know what part of the movie we're up to. I think we're still in the first act. I think we're in the first 15 minutes of the movie with a couple of sidetracks.
Sidetracks, yeah.
Talking about Jean, like, I agree totally with you guys when you said, it reminds me of Max. It reminded me of Max so hard. Like, it was said he's seen being Max in a Spider-Man movie. It happened to be Jean Grey. She did an awesome job, but do you like the fact that she was so, I'm going to use the word evil because it was, she did some outlandish shit in this movie. She did kill that guy with a car. Like, I don't care what anyone says. That guy's not in hospital. He is dead. He is gone.
The taxi guy?
Yeah, the taxi guy. He's not alive. That guy got wasted by that cab. But again, you know, she's been going into people's bodies. No one can remember stuff. They had obviously. I'll save that bit. I
don't know. I feel like Spider-Man has so many different rich villains, and I know they have to introduce X-Men, but they've used her as a villain in the first half of the movie. I don't know. I didn't totally. I don't know. I didn't. I need to watch it again, I think, and that's why I don't.
Yeah,
I like this movie. I don't love it. It's just, and that's one of those things that just felt a little bit off.
Yeah, that's something we did talk about, right, Andy? Straight on that, because we do need to watch this again. it does
Yeah.
leave.
I think you do, because there's certain things we probably missed, right? That we didn't pay attention to. Like, obviously, we've done a little bit of searching now that we've seen, and we can. And a couple of things I really missed that were the really obvious parts because I just wasn't paying attention. But when I look back, I go, okay. But I think they needed to. And Rich, you mentioned it before, just as I lost my camera. You mentioned, you see the Dark Phoenix, so right? You're seeing how they can actually do the Dark Phoenix story for the first time properly, because Jean's already broken. Yes, she's going to find Scott. Yes, she's going to have Storm. Yes, she's going to find Professor X. But then there's a reason for her when she gets taken over by a cosmic power, that there is a dark side to her that's, going to take control of this. One of the most Omega level mutants.
Already. They've tried to do that twice already.
But they've never led with it. So X-Men, the original one, Jean was always sweet Jean fucking lost her shit and turned into the Phoenix. The other one was Sophie Turner. I don't even know. She was just bitter, but she just was weird. She just was the well, you know how she was in that movie. She wasn't Jean Grey to start with either. She was very
she was.
I got no friends. I hate everyone. And then, I'm the most powerful mutant. I'm going to take out Magneto. And it's like, relax. And Apocalypse. Sorry, I forgot Apocalypse.
They fumbled X-Men in the last year.
Yeah, so I don't think they've really laid the groundwork with this one. Is let's say, I guess the question on her is, what is Jean's age in this? Like, we're looking at, she's probably
early 20s,
extremely late teens, or early 20s, right?
Yeah.
So the mutant gene's already kicked in, so she's gone through puberty. She's now in that late teenage, early 20s. She's obviously going to find family because she's talked to May. She's gone into Peter's brain and had a conversation with May and gone, oh yeah, family's really important. She's going to find Professor X, and then she's going to get taken over by the Phoenix. And that's just going to happen. But at least I like the fact that they've laid the groundwork that she's already bitter and twisted. She's bitter and twisted about her sister. Her sister is now dead. The VMAX, Ventmax, okay, or VMAX cinemas in Sydney, depending where you go. And again, now we got this point, right? Like, you can see her. She's going to find happiness, and she's going to learn to control the powers. She's going to get that tutelage. She's going to have friends, and then shit's going to go sideways. But she's already got that. Not sadistic. Well, I guess maybe a little sadistic. Yeah, so it suits. I think they built her up already. So in 10 years' time, when they do Dark Phoenix, whatever they want to call that one, it'll actually hit more because it's built up, and it won't be like the other ones where it didn't really have any reason. It just sort of happened. Where this is now, they're going to build up for 10 years of mutant saga and then go, yeah, she's going to lose her shit at the end and kill everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe not. Or maybe they just didn't do it at all. I assume there's a lot of groundwork into this one. I mean, Feige's done until what, 2042?
Yeah, something crazy.
Levels of the MCU. So
does that guy have like someone, like what's it called, an apprentice? Like when he dies,
I'm sure he has.
Well,
imagine
knows, right?
It's like George Lucas, right?
Yeah, we had Filoni, but Filoni hasn't done great. Let's not. That apprentice has gone shit. It's like what's a shit Padawan? Because Filoni hasn't done that bad. He hasn't had enough choices to shine, and he's got to stop doing Ahsoka and do something else and get it out of Grogu and Mando. But do you think there's going to come a point in time? And again, we're very outside the sphere of this movie now. Do you think? No, because Rich had a really good question. No, it's a great question. Like, I would love Feige to go into Star Wars. I would like him and Favreau to just swap. Let him take over Star Wars. Get Favreau just to direct a couple more and do whatever he's doing now. Just play happy, and let something else happen in the MCU, and him to right the wrongs that have happened, which are quite a few at the moment of Star Wars. Like, I mean, that would be awesome. Everyone's gone into deep thought as we come up to a bit of a break. The reason I led with that is I know we're going to take a break. So again, everyone, we're going to take a really short break. Where do you guys want to come back and talk? What do you want to talk about when we come back?
MJ and Ned.
MJ and the roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us take a really short break. A word from our sponsors, which is us, and we'll see everyone in a couple of minutes. All right, everyone. We'll see you in a sec. Hey, everyone. Just a little bit about us. We're the Hype Check Pod. We love to talk about TV shows, movies, physical media, video games, and all the things that we enjoy about them. If you're enjoying the content so far, then please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. We're on things like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and obviously here on YouTube. Please leave a comment. Let us know how you feel about the episode, us, what we're talking about. But again, if you think we're going above and beyond, then we'd really appreciate your support. You can do that by buying us a coffee. How do you do that? There is a link down below in the description of all the places that you can find the Hype Check Pod. Please join us every week as we talk about the things that we love. And again, it is in our own opinion. So again, you can like it or you can disagree with it. But as long as you join us every week for the conversation, that's all that's important. Take it easy, everyone. And now back to the episode. Everyone, we're back and we are continuing with Spider-Man Brand New Day. And obviously before the break, we wanted to lead into talking about the MJ discussion. Because, I don't know, it was good. And I think, Andy, you mentioned it at the very beginning. Like, this is probably the best Tom Holland's done at being Peter Parker / Spider-Man. And I tend to agree, but I think this is probably the best Zendaya has been as MJ. And again, it's very sad because they have nothing to do with each other, but I think she actually had a lot of depth in the role, especially, obviously, this is spoilers, so we're going to talk about it, is that the swing to the rooftop. Let's start with question number one. Do you think she was already, I'm going to say possessed, taken over by Jean when they were swinging or not?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool. That had no discussion whatsoever. All right, we all agree on that one. Why?
But we know why. Why? Because she wasn't screaming when she's swinging.
Good man, Rich.
She's not covering her eyes.
Wow, I was not going to say that.
Okay, what were you going to say? Because that's exactly what I was going to say. She's not screaming. She hated being swung around. We knew this from the last two Spider-Man movies, and this one she's just there. And he asked her if she's okay, and she went fine. So already we had to say.
I suspected it when she said that she remembered. I suspected that it wasn't her and it was Jean.
Yeah,
that was controlling her. But she says it herself. Like she goes, "Oh, 1 minute I was in my bedroom in my study, and then all of a sudden I was
falling to the ground."
Yeah, yeah.
The reason I thought Zendaya did really well in this was that scene, especially. I didn't think it was Jean as much. I thought, it could be when they were swinging, but maybe she doesn't know. She's never done this before. It's a different MJ. She's not the pessimist that she always was. And I was like, maybe it's just a different way. Now looking back, obviously it was, well, obvious to me anyway, that she'd already been taken over. So it didn't really matter if he stopped someone in a helicopter because anyway, that's another row. We'll get to that one in a sec. But when they were on the roof, like there was some good acting. Now, again, they're married. There's chemistry, so it just works with those two. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, as a newly married couple as well, and people that have been dating since the second film, like, you know, they've got this chemistry between them. But she was really good in that scene. Like, he just looks at her like he's in love, and we know he is. But he was good. But I thought she did really well, especially the end of that scene where she falls, right? And you see the change where it goes from Jean zapping out of her body, and then you see the panic and the fear because she's just doesn't know what's going on. She's falling. I think Zendaya did really well. I think this is probably the best she's been in these movies. And like I said before, I think Tom Holland was really, really good, especially in this part because, you know, there was a lot of emotion. He did it really well. But what do you guys reckon? Do you guys feel the same? Like, what do you think of the scene on the roof? Andy, how do you feel about the rooftop, man?
That was awesome. The way it was lit, the way the neon sign when they get to the roof looked. Her performance really good. I really felt, he kind of felt relieved for about a split second, and you could see his heart break, like when he realizes that it's fucking Jean Grey pretending to be her. Because he wants it so bad, he wants to go back to normal, and that's his whole MO in the movie is her, and Ned. He's getting his hormones are out of control. He's getting angrier the way he fights. Like he's losing control, and for a split second, he was convinced that she was back, and she really
And
wasn't.
Jean fucked him hard.
No.
She fucked him over
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, and he was like really politely offended. It was like, how could you do that to somebody, like that, And it was good. I thought that whole
It
storyline was really well done.
was one of the best in the movie, right? Like their storyline and that was
the whole
well
series. I think in the whole series, I think it's that's why I don't know. I need to watch this movie again. It's such a different tone to the other movies I found. There's definitely a lot deeper and more emotional, I guess, which I wasn't expecting for a Spider-Man movie. So yeah.
And I think it comes down to something Rich said last week. Like, the origin story is over. This is Spider-Man now. This is Spider-Man living life. It's been Spider-Man for, let's say, this version of Spider-Man, 4 years. Minimum 4 years.
Yeah.
Where he's just been fighting crime, doing the friendly neighborhood shit. And it's not the origin laying all the groundwork. It's now straight into it. Rich, how'd you find the rooftop scene, man? Like, again, do you agree with Andy and me, or you got a different take on it? What's your thoughts, man?
No, I definitely agrees. And Zendaya did a great job splitting the personalities on that scene, right? So once she's overtaken by Jean Grey, and then the next second she's only crapping herself. But yeah, it was great to see how vulnerable Peter was as well. Like he wanted, as Andy said, he wanted it, and he wants it so bad to go back to his normal life that he wants to forget the choice that he made about, getting everybody memory wiped, so to speak. So but it was a great scene. It made Jean Grey more,
made her a bitch. I'd say bitch. Like that's some heinous shit.
Like to go in his head and get all that shit out of him, and then to put it in front of him, like in front of his face. That's crazy.
It was such manipulation,
crazy evil
right?
shit.
Like she really manipulated everything around and she was not in there long too, because again, I know we're bouncing around the story, but obviously at the very beginning, when she tries to break out Scorpion because she wants to take pieces of information from Damage Control, and also she's attacking different sites. And again, you hear this at the beginning of the movie. Like, she really, for that split second, was able to get so much information before he forced her out. And this is the things that we haven't talked about. We'll get to the arachnid change and the Spider-Man, man-spider theory in a sec. But it was really powerful to see how much information and what Jean could do with this split second in his head. Continuing on from the MJ part, though, and we'll come back to the pubescent Spider-Man changing into a man spider in a cocoon. The other side of the MJ coin is the part where she finds the letter. Now, again, laying context around everything. Peter, after this, goes and hides MJ. She goes, and like Rich said very earlier on in the podcast, he took her to his only friend, which is Frank Castle. Escaped all the booby traps, and the booby traps were fucking awesome. They were so well done. Like, again, all just the action around that scene, especially, was awesome. And then they have this conversation. Frank, asking Frank to look after MJ, for some reason, Peter carries this fucking letter around, and I don't know, because I don't know why it was in the cup as well. Because is it the
It was
same
in the
coffee
cup as
cup?
well, wasn't it?
But it's the same fucking coffee
Yep.
cup. The kid's been carrying it for fucking 5 years. Like, man, like, and the coffee cup's the same everywhere. So, but again, when she finds that letter, so obviously Peter comes back. MJ's found the letter and actually read it. And again, top marks in acting for these two again. Again, this is the first time I can say this for these series of films. They've done it so well where, and I think it's because it's a lot more, I think Andy mentioned it before, it's a lot more brutal, it's a lot more honest, it's a lot more depth, there's a lot more pain in the story because MJ reads the letter that Peter's been carrying around for the last 4 years, technically saying, my name is Peter Parker and this is how I fucked everything. So she reads it, and I love the fact that it didn't go how you would expect modern movies to go, where she sits there and goes, oh, well, let's try. She's like, fuck, dude, I don't know you and I have no feelings. So again, you mentioned it before, Andy, on the rooftop. He's already crushed, right? But this one's like
Double crush.
the final. This is the fuck you at the
fucking
end. She's
uppercut.
like, I've got a boyfriend. Fuck you. I don't know you. This is wonderful that you.
It was a major fucking douchebag. That's not. He was a fucking douchebag. Like as soon as I saw him, and I was like, what? This guy's fucked up.
The boyfriend, right? That's what you're talking about. All right, so I'm gonna throw in a cut. I'm gonna throw in fan theory. Is Harry Osborn? So people are saying that the boyfriend. Yep, the boyfriend is actually Harry Osborn, and the job interview she went for was for Oscorp. And he was trying to impress his father by getting this brilliant, because she helps him fix in regards to the chip. She helps him figure out what was going on. It was the movement in the eyes, right? And she's the one that figured out because this is what she studies. There is a theory going around that it is Harry. The reason she was going to an interview was that Harry got her an interview at Oscorp, and it could lead into Oscorp. Now, again, fan theory couldn't be shit. Who knows? But sorry, snippet. Just insert.
And all I saw was Ezra Bridger.
And that's it, right? It's Ezra. I mean, Ezra is in there for two seconds, and the character's name is boyfriend. He doesn't even have a name. So this is why people are saying, "Oh, it could be Harry Osborn," because he's unnamed. So why would you get Ezra Bridger and put him in this movie without a character name? It's a Star Wars character from. Well, technically it's Rebels, but you can say Ahsoka. Everything comes back to Star Wars, man. What do you guys think of that part as well? Like, what do you think of her discovering the letter? Do you think it was a subconscious thing? Do you think Peter was stupid enough to leave it there, maybe thinking it might happen? Do you think it was just accidental? Andy, what do you reckon about the MJ discovering the letter? Do you think it was on purpose?
No, I thought it was completely accidental.
Okay.
I don't think
Rich gave us the nod to go, yeah, no.
I don't think he was always too afraid to. I don't know. I think he just fucked up as usual.
Just fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is Peter Parker.
So that's a repeating theme throughout all the movies. He
fucks up.
He has constantly. Always good intentions, but he's because he's neither Peter or Spider-Man. He's always in a rush, and he does things that lead to other things, confrontations, and that's one of them. And I guess I'd call it a confrontation and a realization that, the reality is that she doesn't know who the hell he is. Yeah. But I did like the fact that she said, come back and hang out with us,
Yeah,
and
that was good.
And do you think that was because she wanted them to interact, or maybe she wanted to see what he's like? This is where it gets weird with the thoughts around this. Do you think that the letter had some effect? And she's like, well, just come and hang out. Because again, moving forward a little bit, it's
still Spider-Man. It's still fucking Spider-Man.
The whole fact is also, too, that she really wants him to maybe have a friend, because when Frank Castle's your only friend, you're kind of fucked in life, right? The Punisher is your only mate. and to go and
Yeah.
hang out with Ned and maybe get the bromance back that they had. And obviously this will lead into the next part. So do you guys think it was very much on purpose? Do you think she wanted to actually get to know Peter? Do you think she wanted him just to hang out with Ned? What are your thoughts? Rich, what are your thoughts on that one, man?
I thought it was on purpose to hang out and try to figure out if there was any truth.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So if Ned to see how he was with Ned, to see if all that was written was correct, and so to speak, right? So to see if there was any kind of friendship there, and to see if they would have interacted as the way they interacted back in the past before the memory wipe. So I think she just wanted to, keep and get another eye on him, so to speak.
Yeah.
I keep saying so to speak.
That's all right. I say again all the time.
Yeah. So yeah, I think she just wanted to see another point of view of how he's perceived with his as being friends.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
What do you reckon, Gelfie? Do you think it was on purpose? Do you think she wanted to see something different? Does she think she just wanted to see how they reacted, like Rich said?
I think it's all the above. I think she definitely wanted to pull him out of Frank's apartment, or Heap's apartment.
His boat.
Yeah.
Out of his den. The boat, the den, the death traps.
I think she felt sorry for him, and that, not owed it to him to sort of try and reconnect at least with Ned, but to at least give him a bit of just try and get his life back together. That's how I interpret it as. Or the movie wants you to think that way. I think the movie wants to reunite the three. The three people, right? The three friends.
Yeah.
So I think, so that's what I think. Really, that's the motivation.
And it does do that, right? Because it leads to the final.
100%. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about, because I was going to get there anyway. I was just going to say one more thing, ask one more question before we got to it. Do you think, after seeing this movie and the lack of the three of them together, do you think that served the plot and this story for better or for worse?
Better.
I think it did better that there was less of them in there. To be honest, it was a really good story because there was that conflict or that loss, and they weren't in it as much. And it kind of may be a fact where it made it really interesting. So you guys agree? You think it was probably a good reason for it? And again, does it affect how the movie goes? And we look at the threesome, the friendship. Do we look at it a different way? Because this story really almost proved that, besides his lack of friendship with them, the rest of the story didn't really have anything to do with them except him pining. Peter being in pain was because of this loss, right? Yeah.
Well, that's why, and again, like it's the whole motivation behind his change is that he's almost going crazy because this loss is driving him crazy. And it was more to me that plot line was more interesting than this plot line with what are they called again? What's the damage control?
Yeah,
damage control.
The Department of Damage Control. Yeah.
That felt like something out of the Insomniac games for sure. Like in Miles Morales game, like Roxxon or whatever. And they even had like one of those fists, when
the shocker.
Yeah.
Well, they've been taking everything, man. They've been hoarding everything, and you hear it in the beginning of the story too. There's been 4 break-ins at Department of Damage Control sites, so obviously she's been doing the rounds, trying to break into everywhere to find out information about her sister and VMAX and all this shit. Sorry, her, I mean Jean. And it's like, oh, okay. So you hear all that lead into it around that they've got sites everywhere. They're hoarding all the technology, so they have all the vulture shit. Obviously, they had Scorpion. And obviously the Scorpion suit from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Which was awesome. That fight with Scorpion was fucking cool.
Okay. All right. Let's I feel so rude doing this. Pin that for a sec. Let's go back and we'll talk about the action scenes and everything in a sec. The one part I wanted to get to when we were talking about MJ is obviously we've talked about Ned. and
Mm.
the interaction in the apartment with the three original friends together. How do you guys feel that went? Like, I'm going to start with this one because I actually really did enjoy it. I think, again, having the minimum amount of these three together, so when they're on screen, it's actually more effective. So him and Ned, you know, having the conversation. Ned going, "Oh, Spider-Man's, you know, really close," and he's like, "Hey."
Hey.
She introduces him, obviously, and then they're just sitting there, the mates hanging out. Obviously, he's got the suit on because he doesn't want Ned to know it's, what was his name, Maynard.
Maynard.
It's not Maynard / Peter. It's just Spider-Man. And then they start reciting the bullshit from Gandalf and is it Frodo? Is he talking to Frodo? He's talking to Frodo, right? That line when he's talking about pushing his uncle into the dragon, right? So again, and their interaction, I found that awesome because it again shows how well they act off each other. But because it was minimal in this movie, I think it was heaps more effective. Him and Ned look like mates, which, remember I said in Homecoming, they didn't look like friends at all. They didn't look like they actually knew each other, where this one, it felt more organic, it felt more natural. Do you guys agree, disagree? What do you think about the scene with Ned? And obviously MJ as well, being in the apartment. How do you guys think that scene went?
I agree with you. Definitely. Like, just think of the transition it goes through, like from the party to the end.
Well, him being a stalker, that's
Yeah.
the first part. Peter the stalker.
Peter
Maynard the stalker.
How he sees him in the shop and goes, "Oh shit, let's just follow him." And like, holy shit, I thought you would have just changed to Spider-Man and just follow him from above. But yeah, I found the interaction between the three great because no clue at the beginning, bit of friendship, you know, bit of back and forth when they first get all three together. And it was like the funny line with the friendly neighbor. That was a bit of a
at the party,
tongue in cheek. Yeah. And then where it leads to at the end is great. Like you see the progression where it is, and I feel like he goes back to the original one, how they all were. They weren't friends, or him and Ned were friends, and MJ was like on the side kind of sense. That kind of scene, especially the first scene when they all have together is in the cafeteria, right? In number 1 in Homecoming.
Yeah.
it felt like there was a progression of all that. So yeah, I liked it. I especially the way it ended. It really meant like the progression of the film made it a bit more better for me.
Yeah. Andy? Drink down, man.
Hang on. Hey,
all right. Well, we can't both have a drink in our hand.
No, the scene worked really well. Just trying to think. Imagine, like, from MJ's end, like, she's just finding out that she's had a past life where she knew this guy. Well, she was like his, you know, love of his life.
Love of his life, yeah.
But and Ned was a big part of that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he is Spider-Man. Sorry, he wasn't. Yeah. He is Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the scene works really well. It's I'm just trying to think. But they're the kind of moments that I enjoyed in the movie. And that's why the reason why it works is because those three have really good chemistry now. Like, I know you're saying in Homecoming they don't, but now they
Homecoming
do.
they didn't, but that is what, 10 years ago, man.
and now
it's very different.
And for for 2/3 of the movie, he's obviously Peter Parker's empty. You know, he's got that missing, and then he has a moment where he regains it for 5 minutes. But then the movie jumps to fucking Jean Grey's fucking backstory, and that's what I didn't like. I just didn't like it.
All right, can I hold you off with Jean Grey's hatred just for a sec? No, and I agree, because you're exactly on the money. This is the part where MJ and him are talking, and Peter and she goes, "I don't remember shit." Like, this is the part where she actually tells him, "I don't remember it." We've skipped a lot of the movie, so obviously this has already had the Hulk fight, banner, and all that's happened.
Yeah. that whole plotline didn't need to drag on, but at the same time, I didn't want to start a new fucking emotional ride with a story of a character I barely know, as well.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
No. Valid point. We're going to come back to that one because it is a big change of pace in the movie. Last one before we get to that one. I'm going to skip to the end. Do you think Ned's coming to realization that he knows Peter / Spider-Man? But in context, do you think it's because he's a fucking wizard? Or do you think none of that actually happened and it was just muscle memory where they did the high five and he went there and went, because he doesn't know who he is. And a lot of people are going, but he knows it's Peter. He doesn't know it's Peter. She's mentioned Peter as Spider-Man before, but also he never introduced himself. He goes, "Oh, you're the dude from the party." And he goes, "What's your name again?" He goes, "It's Peter Parker." He doesn't go, "It's Maynard," even though we know it's Maynard. Like, how do you think that reaction from Ned is at the end? Because I wanted to ask you guys first. Rich, what do you think Ned is starting to remember, or you just think, why do I know this? Like, how do you feel about that scene, man?
I'll give you a question on top of that question.
Okay. Shit, that's a lot of questions. Yep. Okay.
Because I feel that he knows he's Peter, right? And I feel he knows that because he created an app to find Spider-Man. So in the back of his mind, I feel like he knew Spider-Man. And he created the app, the Spidey tracker app, to find him. So remember, he's a wizard with tech and all that kind of stuff. So he knew what he was doing, right? And out of all things,
he's a wizard.
he would. He wouldn't remember. Oh, actually, no.
Well, he wouldn't
remember. He wouldn't remember Peter, but he remembered they were saved by Spider-Man or Spider-Man. This is where it gets really weird with Ned, and that's it, right? Like, this is where the question comes from, because it's like, for me, when I watched it, my opinion was, I think it was just muscle memory. They started doing it, and it wasn't that he knew he was Spider-Man. He didn't know. It happened naturally with the handshake. Their shake. It's like it's been in every movie. Yeah. But do you guys reckon that's true, or do you reckon there's more to it? Because obviously I looked on the internet, but do you think Ned knows? Do you think that was like, no, fuck you, Peter Parker, and I know you? No.
But so I'm gonna just make a 2 cents. 2 sentence statement. So everyone wants to be friends with Spider-Man, but no one wants to be friends with Peter, and that's a big part of, like, when at the end when they do the handshake, because they've reconnected, and whether Ned remembers or not, I don't know. I don't know. But Peter's so grateful that he's hanging back out with his friends, and at the end he's he's got Ned back. He's almost there. He's almost got Ned back, and that's what he wants. That's why he's empty. Everyone wants to be friends with Spider-Man, but no one gives a fuck about Peter Parker, except for the blonde. Who the fuck's that blonde that lives in his apartment?
Well, she's no one now because he moved out of that building.
Yeah,
he moved to the other one.
What the
she
fuck
was in the old
about?
apartment, and it was just Peter being Peter. He just wanted MJ, and I'm depressed.
Right, so he's only got himself to blame. Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right. Well, there goes my point. Forget about the blonde.
no, that's all right. It's all right. So, okay, so yeah, I think with the Ned part, obviously you can take it any way you want to, and again, that's the whole point of everything, right? This is opinions. It's not anything to do with, we're not right or wrong. We don't know. I'm not Kevin fucking Feige. I didn't write the movie. I don't know. I'm not the director. I'm not Dustin. I didn't do anything with it. So again, for me, I just thought, I think he's starting to build that relationship. I don't think Ned remembers shit. I think it's just like, they've had that conversation where they've figured out there's a friendship there, and hopefully it expands from there on. Not too much, because I still didn't mind the fact that there was not too much of MJ and Ned in it. But all right. Any other thoughts around the Ned conversation, the end part where we're talking about them and their interaction? Anything else you guys want to mention?
No.
All right, Andy, fucking let loose, man. Why did you not enjoy the Jean Grey part of this movie? And again, go for it, man. Let loose. Dude, you had so much to say fucking 20 minutes ago. What's going on? Come on, man. Come on, the pressure's on.
Well, it felt like it started a whole new fucking character story, origin story in the middle of this fucking movie about Spider-Man. And I was like, I don't care. I didn't give a shit. I felt nothing, and I just thought, this is the MCU doing the MCU thing of introducing this fucking character to build this whole universe, and it's no longer Spider-Man's story, and that kind of shut me.
So you didn't think of the whole Sarah bit? And who the hell's Sarah?
Didn't care. Don't care. I still don't. I still think, obviously that's her motivation to being who she is, but. And I guess they had to, I wasn't interested.
They had to explain the kinetic, her jumping between person to person, which again doesn't make sense. Because that's a load of bullshit. Because I'm going to bring up that one a little later too.
And that's the problem with her having as the villain for the first half of this movie, is because she's actually a good person at the end of the day. So they kind of just pushed away Peter's story and introduced this girl with her problems, and I just didn't give a shit, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a cold-hearted bastard, but
But I don't think so, man. I don't think you're a cold-hearted bastard. That's what I meant. Not I disagree. Sorry, had to clarify there because the intent is going, fuck, he doesn't like his friends much. No, I sort of agree. I think with the Jean Grey part of this story, I think showing those pieces of information that are crucial to the story, which were how did she know how to jump into other bodies, which they still don't really explain, and also the distance, because that makes no sense. That she can jump once 33 feet, but then she can continually go. So why can't she just jump to the person that's 125 feet away? Like, I don't understand why she has to jump from body to body.
What's his name? The guy from Severance, like the whole guy from Damage Control. Like she could have controlled that guy at any point.
See, this is because she got the shits, right, and she broke through the barrier of it being a certain distance, but she hadn't done it before. And again, I guess that's where it comes into this part where I agree with you. And Rich, I'll ask you in a sec what you think about it. I agree with you. I think it was a bit of a tall order to try and squeeze one of the original X-Men, because that's what she is, into this story, but then give her this 30-minute almost chunk of it where it's about her. And it's like, fuck, like I know you want to introduce the mutants somehow, and you already have. Kamala Khan's already been shown as, to have a mutant gene in the TV show. And again, for people that haven't watched Miss Marvel, then that's okay. That's fine. There's another mutant out there we already know of. But again, it was a bit long-winded. They didn't need to. They could have, even the flashback, it could have been just a little shorter. Like, we get she's in pain. We get that she's desperate to find her sister. I think that could have been a bit shorter. Like, that's all. I don't think they needed to take it out. It just needed to be a little shorter and quicker and more.
Wasn't long enough for me to care. It's her sister, so what?
But did you want to care about it in a Spider-Man movie? Did you care that Jean Grey was in it?
No, I wanted it. Oh,
okay. Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay.
But because I knew the Damage Control was ultimately going to be the main villain, which was weak. Like, it was just a weak. So the guy. I don't know. I'm trying to articulate a point here, and I'm struggling because I've had too many Negronis. But
it didn't need it.
I think that last act of the movie kind of disappointed me. How it all sort of came together. The action scene and all that was awesome. Like the whole set piece where she throws New York and she controlled the hand. Was cool, but the overall story of how she came to be, and her sister, and this Damage Control guy is the main bad guy, and all that kind of thing. I don't know. I wasn't really into it.
Rich, go, man. you've been holding back. You've been quiet. Rich, what are your thoughts, man?
I think it was required. Well, one thing I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if I remember having a sister in the comics.
It is.
Or anywhere
She
else.
does. Yeah.
She does?
She's not as powerful though, but she does. Yeah.
Yeah. So
different power set, I think, in the comics. She's not the same.
they're not the same. Yeah. Well, she's technically the same to a point, right? Because
Yeah,
this is what triggers her event, and that's why this is needed. Because she jumps because she's limited. She doesn't understand what her limitation or what she can exceed. So she only got
Well, she's been
taught
told by her sister, right? Yeah. You
by
can
her
only go
sister.
so far.
You can only go so far because she has limitation, but not Jean. She can only think she had that limitation.
That's fair.
So I understand that bit, and then you bring into the whole damage control, how they're kidnapping mutants, and that's like your overall story of any kind of X-Men. They're kidnapping, taking their powers and stuff like that. Sorry, go Andy.
Is that what they've been doing? Is that what? Because I didn't get that impression.
I think
at
it's
all.
leading to it because
it's leading to it, yeah. So
Okay.
in most
Again,
X-Men
this
stories,
is our idea. It's a
Yeah.
thought. It's not proven, but this is our
Proven.
assumption around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah. So most of the stories of X-Men mutants, there's always someone kidnapping them and trying to take powers or trying to imprison them and all that kind of stuff. You know, the collars, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
It's inhibitors, and in all the X-Men stories, there's always something about that. So that's why I kind of. Sorry, go.
I was going to say, so this damage control kind of knows about mutants. And
Well, remember when Peter first goes to talk to him at the middle of the movie, right? And he goes in, and they make him stand still, and they say, "Take off your mask." And he goes, "No," and it scans him. It goes, and if you look close enough, it says on there, super strength, blah blah, this, arachnid DNA. It's the enhanced sensors. So, and then when he fights the hand,
yes,
those weapons destroy the webbing. His artificial webbing, because again, we still haven't talked about being a natural fucking spider yet. We'll get there.
Yeah,
it's time. Yeah. There's time to do it. But even that, like the arachnid side webbing, then the natural webbing, they aren't able to stop when they scan him. So what they're doing is they're starting to do mutant registration in a form, but just superhero humans in any vein. They're taking into records, recording. Yeah, they're doing the Batman, right? They're figuring out how to take out the Justice League if they need to. They're figuring out can we develop something to stop Spider-Man if he loses his shit, goes the wrong way, whatever. So it is a sort of build in the story where they're sitting there. And again, sorry, Rich, you go.
No, and that what makes the inhibitor being left at their prison
the biggest twist
makes
in there.
biggest thing moving forward, right?
Okay, and that's why I need to rewatch this movie, because in that context, that would make a lot more sense to me, and I'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah, and that's it. Even with them, how is I don't know if they're controlling, but how are the remainder of the hand working for damage control? Like,
that was
like did they get something from Sarah when they did the initial testing of how to figure out the brain patterns and how it works? Because they're just trying to figure out how they can control, make soldiers, whatever, that can fight this. And again, we look at the Sentinels, we look at Trask Industries, we look at all these things that are coming into fruition through these fucking few scenes. So there's all these questions. Sorry, Rich, keep going, man.
Yeah, so that's what like my head's trying to wrap around while watching this movie is that damage control could be the new Trask Industries, all that kind of stuff of X-Men.
They could engage. They could actually start up Trask or give him the technology or the inhibitors or money or funding or whatever. Like it's because he's government funded, right? The Sentinels are government funded, so this could be the beginning of the Sentinel program, or Trask at least being brought in to develop things to contain mutants.
And the Sentinels in Secret Wars.
They'll be an X-Men.
Well, they're in.
I
Well,
know
they're
they're
in
in it.
Doomsday too, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. It depends what storyline they actually take for Secret
Yeah,
Wars. Because you
there's
see
the
him in the
Battle World, right?
Doomsday trailer, right? Yeah,
Mm.
you see Sentinel heads with Cyclops in the Doomsday trailer.
Yeah.
So don't know which universe. I don't know which one. A to 8 or whatever it is. It's like, oh, fuck, I don't know.
But it's a good
Sorry,
thing,
Rich, keep going, man.
which I've just realized, that they're pushing forward the timeline, right? So we've gone
Yeah,
from No
we've
Way
gone
to
5
like
years already.
6 years. They're pushing
Well,
into
do you
X-Men.
guys remember what dates on May's grave?
Yeah,
I can't remember
64
if it's 2004
to 2024. She was 60.
So it's 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2029.
It's looking good for
Yeah.
60.
Check. So 2029. Yeah, not bad for 60. And dead. Let's just throw that out there. May's not there.
Talk about
But yeah, so it kind of leads on to many questions in my head. If they get Trask, Sentinels come around, they're leading into the future. So our future stories are going to be way more years ahead. But yeah, the whole Jean Grey, and then it was kind of showed her limitations, and then basically when they break her, shows her full potential.
Yeah,
that's how I saw it, and that's why.
Well,
That's why I thought it.
Not even
No,
yet.
you haven't. She's just a young puppy, as they say, right? It's just she's just found.
Xavier hasn't unlocked her mind yet.
Yep.
And she hasn't found love and a best friend. So
it'll be interesting how they lead on to that.
Okay. All right.
We need to.
Okay. I'll come back, Rich.
Rich, you're froze.
No, Rich, you're gone.
No.
No. He had a point and then he disappeared. No. Fucking technical difficulties all over the place tonight. Okay, well, let's keep talking while Rich comes back.
No,
so
I
how
want
do
to
you feel about that now? Like, does that make not more sense? Because that's not what I mean. But does that give you an idea where the story could make more sense? And again, this is theory. It's all theory in
that context. Yeah, if you put that theory in there, yeah, I didn't grasp that when I was watching it. That could potentially be.
I think they're just building Damage Control to be the big bad for the mutant saga, to then lead into other bits and pieces. And it started with this one with, obviously, they find the inhibitor that Peter's created, because that's lying in a cell where the hand were. They've already started doing at least analysis on Jean and her brain pattern, her brain waves. They've obviously done so much to Sarah, and Sarah's gone away. So they've got all this information. They're starting to create a registry of superhuman or superpowers, mutant genes, etc. And so they're all trying to figure out, how do we contain this? So I think that's where it started with them, especially. So yeah, it's and again, it's a stab. It could be. I don't know. We don't work in the Marvel offices, so we don't know. But
no, but that's all right. That in that frame, I guess it looks. Yeah, it's makes more sense to me.
I mean, I could definitely go short. I could go shorter. I think they spent a lot of time on Jean, and I think, yes, it was required, but it could have been a little bit shorter. I don't think they needed to go so in depth. Like it was, it made sense, but it could be, I'm talking a couple minutes shorter. I'm not talking 35 minutes shorter. They don't need to leave the plot in there, because again, we're thinking that this could be, and we could be completely wrong. Who knows? Who knows what Xavier is going to be like? Like, who knows who's Magneto? We don't know where the others come in. Obviously, we saw the one when the girl that everyone thought could be Rogue on the bus. Like, it wasn't. It was just Marvel fucking with us and going, everyone's going to think this is Rogue on the bus. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Unless it was, and who knows? And again, we'll find out, because we'll be able to see in Doomsday and have a look. Gambit's there, so who knows?
Yeah, I didn't see any way this movie connects to Doomsday.
I don't think it did. Okay, well, let's do that while Rich isn't here. I don't think it really did. I think they kept it very much separate, very grounded, and very much this is more to do with Secret Wars than it does to Doomsday. I think this is where people don't have to be around. Hello, Rich.
I lost
I
internet.
don't think characters need to be in there. No. Oh wow.
Oh no.
This is what we lead to, right? We think of it as going. Richard nailed it before. This is why the Hulk won't be in it. This is why we probably won't see Jean Grey in
Gotcha.
Doomsday. We won't see, Peter may not really be in there because there's other things to do. It's not involved. Like Rich said, he's no longer an Avenger. Like there's all these things where they're different. I mean, okay, talking about the Avenger part. Oh wow, I can hear myself, Rich. I don't know what happened. Am I echoing? Did you like Yelena being in this movie? Do you think that? I think that was pointless.
That was I was saying. That's my one thing I was going to say before. How did we forget about Black Widow's cameos before we got cut off? Before I got cut off.
Before the internet went, no, we can't talk about Yelena. No. Well, so okay, so I didn't hate it. I just found it a little pointless. Like, I get comes back to him going, she knows he's got no friends. Go find a life because Yelena had the same thing with her. Work was everything. She had nothing else. Her sister was gone. Her father's a drunk fucking limousine driver. But again, she had nothing, right? I don't know if it benefited the story. I like the part where they all jump behind, like they photobomb him when he's talking to Yelena, talking to Black Widow, and she's like, "Oh, you've got friends almost." Like that was cool. Did we need it? I don't think so. What about you guys, Rich? Where do you feel? Do you think it was worthwhile? Like again, do you think it was a good part to have in it?
I didn't think it mattered to the story. I think it was just like a kind of.
They have to have it. They have to have an Avenger cameo, right? An MCU cameo.
Yeah, they had to have a cameo, and they just brought her instead. But then I was thinking, what other
MCU film?
Yeah, and then I was thinking, what other character? Because they can't bring Bucky. He's in cameos and everything. So I was thinking, maybe it was good. It was good to see someone else. But overall, it didn't mean much to the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, agree. Andy, what do you reckon? Do you think Elena's? I mean, it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I just think it was too long. And again, it was another one of those ones that was too long. Did we need to see Peter putting his feet up in the bathhouse? No. Like it was funny, but did we need it? What do you reckon, man?
Yeah, I'm with Rich. Like it just it could have gone either way. It wasn't really serving the story anything really too much. Yeah, it was just a cool cameo, and that's what the MCU movie does.
But I
think there was just a lot in there. That's why I was like, I don't know. Sorry, go Rich.
But I did like May's cameo. It did mean something in the end.
Well, she got the responsibility, right? She got the great responsibility line, and it does make a difference. Shit, we've had so much to talk about this movie. We still missed half the movie so far. Okay, yeah.
And she talked to Jean to pretty much when he was in his head. It did make sense that Peter would be talking to May in his mind to get him through stuff, right? And it helped him in the end with Jean,
that's
right?
The memory, right? And again, it had and you got the part where you've got in the background there's the original suit, like the suit that Tony gave him in the paper bag that was on the bed. There's all these little bits and pieces. It's the bed where Ned dropped the Death Star. It's like there's all these tie-ins to like important moments, even though it wasn't exactly the same room. It was all these elements of how Peter would probably imagine that conversation, or maybe where that conversation took place, but in that surrounding that was familiar to him. So yeah, I think that again was a really good cameo. That was really well done because they needed that to obviously bring Jean off the ledge, trying to sit there and go, oh, fuck, I'm doing things the wrong way, which again leads her into going to find Professor X or wherever the fuck she is on that bus. All right. So much to talk about. All right. Should we talk about the end, or you want to talk about him mutating? Because again, I have questions for you guys.
Ooh.
Give us the questions.
All right. Do you think he's mutating like, do we count Spider-Man as mutant? Like that transformation, he's mutating. He's changing. The arachnid side is taking and mutating his genes, his cellular level. Is he turning into a mutant?
I don't think so.
Nah, come on, man. I know that's the
I
right
think
answer.
he wasn't born with Spider-Man powers, so he got bitten by a radioactive spider.
Fuck, man. How many Negronis in? That was very logical. It's the correct answer, too. That's perfectly good. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Rich, what do you reckon, man? Do you think he's mutating or no? It's just an evolution
No.
and he's not a mutant.
He's evolving into a different Spider-Man. So,
Man
I think,
Spider.
do they? I don't think they explain about that, about being born with it, with the gene. No, they don't.
Not in this one.
They're
They're going to
this
have
one,
to.
right?
X-Men's going to start with it. It's going to be going through some brainwaves, just like the original. And then Charles is going to be explaining mutation. And it'll be like, oh, fuck yeah, I've heard this before, but this is heaps better.
Because when Bruce and Peter start talking about mutation and using the inhibitor, they start talking about. I got lost there for a bit with all the
universal inhibitor. It would go and target mutation, so it wouldn't look for anything specific. It would go and see if mutated genes were changing. That's what the inhibitor would target, and that's why it would be perfect for the X-Men, because it doesn't matter what mutation you have. This will go and figure out what it is, and
which was different to his one because he was targeting the arachnid DNA.
The arachnid ones, exactly, and Banner was targeting all the gamma ones. So he was attacking all the gamma affected cells where when the end of the conversation was around a universal or generic one would just go and target changes or mutation. And it's like, fuck yeah, this is so cool. Like, it's so funny that these two are the ones that, go and fuck the mutants.
But it was an interesting.
All right, well, that was a heaps easy question.
Yeah, it would be interesting if they said it fully, but I guess we'll have to wait for X-Men.
I guess that was the whole point of Banner, right? The whole part of Banner and him having the discussion was because he was targeting his arachnid one and was looking for specifics, but to end the conversation with it being generic or universal. And that's why Bruce says that line at the end of it. Like, why would you want to? That there's bigger things that if you made one that was just a universal inhibitor, which again we're theorizing that it turns into something to do with mutants, and again we're probably right. Yeah, we're right. I'm gonna say we're 99% right. All right, let's talk about his arachnid change, because again that was funny as fuck. Did I believe it needed to stay in it? Again, enjoyed it, thought it was cool. I get why he needed it for certain parts of the movie. But do you think this was another thing that was important to the story? Or do you think this is something we could, again, left on the cutting room floor? Because we're trying to chop this movie to make it a clean 2 hours, not 20.
The inhibitor?
No, just his arachnid change. Do you believe that we needed him to turn into Man Spider?
Yeah, I think so. I think...
you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it showed that he's changing, and it's due to his kind of, his loneliness is having an effect on him, and that's what's causing the change.
That's a good point.
What it started with?
MJ
came back, right?
Yeah. So when he saw her with the douchebag,
the boyfriend, with Harry Osborn,
he lost it,
or Ezra Bridger, depending on who you're talking to. Yeah.
And he would just
while we're talking about that part, okay, I got to have my normal gripe about CG and fucking graphics. Did you like the pain swing? I'm not talking about him swinging through the city, the first person, him showing the effort when he's swinging. Like, those were cool. But when it was Peter without the suit in the rain, all upset. Yeah. Did you like the CG? I fucking hated it. I wasn't a fan. I've heard people say it was amazing looking. I'm like, we must have been watching a different movie, because I thought it looked kind of. Now, was it the rain effect to make it look less cool? I don't know. Did that affect how I took it? But I had to have my CGI gripe. I did not like some of the graphics in this movie, how it was done, some of the CG. Some of the swinging was a little off-putting. But the up close, I think you mentioned it at the very beginning, Andy. The first person shit, awesome. That looked kind of good because it was more natural, it was more realistic. Again, it was very much Insomniac Spider-Man. So again, call me a gamer, whatever. But some of the swinging was a bit. Besides that, it wasn't. I've seen worse this year, so that's all right. But yeah, how do you guys feel about it? Am I just doing my normal high horse of CG and I just have issues with how things look, or did you guys have problems? Andy gave me a little bit of a it wasn't that great. Some of it.
I didn't pick up on it, to be honest.
I don't know. I think sometimes they all look a little bit fake. Sometimes, or the CG doesn't.
And that is true, right? And I know I'm fussy when I come down to my nitpicks on fucking CG. None of this is fucking real. It's not a kid who's a fucking spider swinging through fucking New York City, and and there's another one who's a mutant. No, I know I should be less picky, but some of it, like I said, the first person stuff, or when he's swinging with MJ and he's full depressed and he's like he does the swing, but you see him actually sort of like pull, and then it sort of lets go, and he pulls again. Like it actually looks as realistic as a man swinging through the city with spider webs would be. But I think that looked cool. But some of the other parts were as the wider shots, and the rain one I didn't like. But okay, it's just me being picky. I can.
I like the effects when he wakes up in that cocoon. That was fucking cool. Yep. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was a good effect.
Yeah, that was good. And the fight with the hand. I know that was cheesy as fuck, and that was such a comic book fight. But fuck, that was good. That I know, completely fake. I get it. And when they were all climbing on a top of each other, that's great. But when he web bombs and does everyone, it's like, oh man, that was cool.
I knew
like, that was.
Well, this is another predictable thing, was that he was always going to get rid of his inhibitor.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was a little bit, other than being predictable, a little bit cheesy, but yeah, I thought that was.
But now you know the theory behind it, Gelfie. That's so damage control can get the inhibitor and then go and stop mutants.
That's right.
So
yeah,
and it all comes down.
and MJ hints at it, like in Frank's boat. Like she goes, "Oh, I kind of thought you were fine, without the inhibitor."
Yeah.
And he was like,
so true. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need it. She loves me again. Fucking I'm back. Hey, baby, we're back.
I'm back, baby.
All right. I agree with you, Gelfie. I think when he was upside down in the cocoon, that was awesome. I love the fact that he also, falls and
down.
struggles, and the natural web comes out as well. Like again, I like the line with, Peter 2 was cool, so I'm cool. Yeah. That spray was funny, and also his disgust when it comes out, because you know how him and Peter 3 looked at the natural webbing in No Way Home, and just went, "Oh, that's disgusting." Like even though he has a mask on, it's like you can tell it's disgusting to him when he watches it come out. It's like, oh, this is.
Oh, even when he's watching there's like a spider documentary while he's, doing his thing, and he's like, looking at it in disgust.
I did find it funny that when I watched that bit with the cocoon bit and he falls all the way down, that I keep thinking of my back scene in the other Spider-Man. I keep thinking of that. Because whenever Peter falls, it's always his back.
Yep, and that's true. Even when he does the MJ save, like he's learned from the other two and the experiences in the last few movies is. He caught her and rolled, right? So he took the impact. So it's like, okay. That was cool as well. Arachnid thoughts. Do we need to anything else you guys want to touch on in regards to his change with the arachnid side of the movie?
I thought, like when that fight with Scorpion when he injures the cops. It was really fucking cool.
See, man, this is why you're here, man. I'd forgotten about that, and I would have been pissed at the end that we hadn't talked about that fight. So let's talk about it. Okay. Well, let me spin it first and put the twist on it, and then we'll talk about the fight. Are you annoyed that it wasn't actually Scorpion? It was Jean. Is that
Yes.
more annoying to you?
Yeah.
That fight was him being possessed, not an
Uh,
actual Scorpion fight.
Not really. Yeah, I think it would have been just the same, wouldn't it? Well, what would be the difference?
I don't know. That's the thing, right? Again, it's the sort of our overarching gripe of this movie was, there's a lot of Jean Grey in it, and even when he's fighting the villains in this movie, half of them are her possessing them,
Yeah.
right? So it's
Yeah.
not it's not Spider-Man fighting Scorpion. It's Spider-Man fighting someone possessed by Jean Grey, which just happens to be Scorpion.
And
Yeah.
there would be
Does
he wouldn't have been.
that annoy you guys or no?
Because then he wouldn't have been at damage control.
Well, he wouldn't have been let. He wouldn't have been free in the first place, I guess. She set him free on purpose.
Well, they did the whole comic book cover at the beginning of it. Yeah, I thought they would expand on that kind of fight with the other characters as well.
I kind of like it, but I was like, it was short and sweet, which was cool, but it's just like,
that was awesome. It was so good though.
But some of them would like, you go, Tombstone's in it, and then
Tombstone.
Tombstone's not in this movie at all. His head looks shit too. I don't like the graphics on him. So
he looked really comic.
He looked like he looked cartoon, like a comic book, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't just me. I wasn't confused and being picky about CGI.
He was.
His head looked a bit shit. I mean, he does look that way, but okay. I think the Scorpion fight was, sorry. I was just thinking in my head, he does look like that. I'm gonna leave it. I did like the Scorpion fight, even though I was a bit annoyed that it was Jean. But I do like what you were leading to, Andy, with that. That's the first time you see him lose his shit, where he actually the arachnid really kicks in with the heightened senses, heightened power, and
that was awesome. Yeah,
he beat the fuck out of him. Like he was going to kill him too.
So that's something we haven't seen before.
Yeah,
not with
took out
Tom
the
Holland
and injured a police officer, and
I think they, in Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, they have the symbiote suit or the black Spider-Man suit, and that's
loses control.
Yeah, he loses control. But in this way, it's all him. It's all natural, and it's fucking awesome. I want to see more of that. I want to see unfiltered fucking Spider-Man. The real Spider-Man, and that's probably the coolest thing about that whole thing. He's no longer part of. He doesn't need Tony's toys. He is fucking Spider-Man. Fuck, it sounded retarded. But yeah, he is fucking awesome.
No, he is Spider. He is Spider-Man. But even that, right? When we look at that, like thinking of that change, the arachnid being a lot more dominant. I think when we see him, the anger takes over. If that mixes with the symbiote, that would be a great creation for Venom. And then them being separated and Venom being then taking Eddie or whatever, whoever we want to take over in the MCU. But again, it would be really good because that aggression is already there. He's overpowered when he's using it. The one thing about the arachnid part that I did like, I know I've skipped and gone back to it, is like when the senses take over, it's the first time he hears everything and everything is just deafening. Like Superman. Let's not get carried away. That's like a Superman scene. Let's not get carried away. It's very much Superman hearing for the first time in Man of Steel. But, that's all right if people want to steal from DC. That's fine. But that was awesome. I had to have a dig. One dig. I had to have one DC dig.
So,
yes.
Oh, do you want to... No, keep going.
Do it. No, do it. No, do it.
Say it.
We're on the train.
So at the end, right, he's never mind. I just realized. Never mind. I had no point. Don't worry about it. All good.
You just answered your own question and
answered my own question. That's what I do.
Like it. But how did you guys feel? Did you like when they? I wish they'd expanded a little bit on that. I wish they'd gone a little bit further into him sort of growing into the additional powers from the arachnid side, because like that scene where everything, the sounds are fucking with his head, so well done, and it could have been a lot more. Do you think they they sold it a little short in regards to that. Like 1 minute it's overwhelming, the next minute he's almost got control of it. Like, yes, the anger in him getting more aggressive, yes, that happened, but at the end there's like control when he's fighting the hand. Like, it's like he's in complete control of it, where at the very, an hour before he couldn't even focus on sound.
I think that's.
Do you think they did that all right, or do you think it was just
Yeah,
a bit much?
I think it's just a movie. It's just how the script had to sort
That's
of.
so rude. It's just a movie. Fuck. Okay. Rich, how about you? Am I just going down a train? I don't know. Am I on that train alone?
Yeah, thinking about it, maybe they could have expanded it a bit. Never thought of it though. If you expanded on his,
I just wish
other
they had done a
senses.
bit. They did it so well. Well, they did it so well.
I think they rushed it. They rushed it.
They rushed it. Yeah.
They rushed that, and they were too long on Jane. Like the end of Jane's story. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, could they have expanded that one to make it more of a threat to Peter? Like, he goes to inhibit these new powers because he's afraid of it, because he can't shoot his web shooters, or even when he does the web shooters and they fling off onto the kitchen cupboard. Like, it's his body forced them off, his manual web shooters. The natural webbing flew them against the cupboard and stuck them there. That wasn't Peter doing it. His body was taking over. So is that something they can match with, the symbiote and become Venom? Like, so many things they could do.
So many things. Well, the symbiote takes your angry, your aggressive side, right? Your anger. So they showed part of it there.
And the symbiote is there somewhere.
Mm.
Yeah, and the symbiote somewhere in there on a bar in Mexico, and it knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So that and the Hulk. Maybe. Depends. Okay. What haven't we touched on? Where are we? The end. We haven't.
End.
Oh no, you guys. Are we at the end?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do the end. I know this is a shit one because I know where everyone sits. It would never have happened. Do you think Punisher should have killed him? Do you think Peter Parker should have died?
Nah.
But do you know the history around Peter Parker dying though?
No. I didn't. No. What?
Okay. So
Yeah.
Miles Morales' storyline starts at the death of Spider-Man. So when Peter Parker dies, that's when they were introduced to Miles.
Okay.
They could have killed him, and we could have had a Miles Morales movie. We could have Miles Morales Spider-Man. I'm not saying they should. I don't think they should have. But it was just a question.
It's coming. It'll happen. It'll happen.
It has to, right?
Tom Holland can't be Spider-Man forever. So
yeah, and they could do the game route, right? So he's his mentor.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, they could even do Into the Spider-Verse. Like, they could have we're about to have 3 worlds have multiple incursions happen. So who knows what's about to happen in Doomsday? Like, we don't know where the universe will be after Doomsday. Well, that and Battle World. We don't know where anything's going to be after Battle World, right? Like, does it reset? Is it one timeline? Is it Miles? Is it fucking Uncle Aaron's fucking Childish Gambino? Like, is that going to happen? That would be cool.
Andy's going.
Anyway,
Andy's going.
to
What
the end.
the fuck are you guys talking about?
And he's like, Dave, shut up, man. What the fuck, dude? All right. So anyway, no one else wanted Peter to die. Okay, me neither. I think we need to keep going with these movies, but I just wanted to ask. I didn't know how everyone felt.
there was at no point I thought he was going to die, even after he got shot.
Oh no, I didn't think he was. I just was hoping maybe they just really fucked everyone and went, the reason Spider-Man's not in Doomsday is he's gone. Punisher shot him. They're not going to do it. Not after $1 billion in 5 days, man. They're not going to do that. How did you guys find the end? Did you think it was not gratifying, but how did you find the end of the movie? Like, I found it pretty hilarious, but I'm going to let you guys talk. Rich, how'd you like the end? And we're talking from the scene inside Damage Control to the end. So you can go through the whole sequence, man.
I do love the part when Punisher put it on the Spidey suit. He's like waving. That was hilarious.
That's why I try to define. Man, you can go all to the end with Frank in hospital with him.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, cool.
That was good because as we're all as we know, Frank's not that type of person until this movie. So, but yeah, the whole
Even
end was
this
great.
in the window, that was so funny. Like I was just like,
Yeah,
and this is why I asked you guys at the beginning, like, it's not the Frank Castle from the Netflix Daredevil series. I get it, but that was just like, I could still see Frank doing that. Like it's still, it didn't take away from the characteristics of the character that Bernthal's done. Like it was very much his. It was just like, a little bit tamer.
And are you crying? Are you crying? What
No,
is-
no,
Was he? Do you reckon he was
no.
crying?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was for sure.
He was crying.
This is the closest Frank's had to family forever, right? It's
Yeah.
not like him and Daredevil get on. Him and Karen, they have nothing now because, Matt Murdock's back on the picture. It's like,
Exactly.
there was something there. There was something there. It's like, all he's got is the memories of his family and Peter.
Exactly. The other part of the ending that I love, which I like kind of mentioned before, is Jean Grey getting on that bus. Does lead on to, let's see if she goes to upstate New York.
Westchester.
That'll be very interesting.
Well,
So-
according to Ian McKellen as well, he's going to blow up New Jersey in Doomsday. So, hey, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen to New Jersey in Doomsday? Huh? No, that was cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Andy? How'd you feel about the end, man?
No, I thought it was a satisfying resolution to the movie. It obviously opens up, the whole X-Men sort of path with Jean Grey heading off on the bus. I liked, the whole action sequence was pretty cool. Like the way she froze, like, this radius around New York was pretty cool. Was her a bit confused? Was her intention to kill everyone in that radius?
Yes.
Including MJ and Ned?
Yes.
Her
intention was to hurt a lot of people.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay.
And that's when she realizes how powerful she really is.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. So the stakes are pretty high. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I thought it was good. I did like the handshake with Ned. That was awesome. Which we discussed earlier. So yeah, no, man, I thought it was a pretty satisfying ending. Although, like I said, the last act,
but I hate Jean Grey. Jean Grey went way too long. No, sorry.
Yeah.
No, continue. I'm sorry.
But again, that's why I enjoyed the movie. I didn't love it. So, yeah.
All right. And on that note, where would you? Okay, let's start with our rankings. What would you guys give this out of 5? Andy, I'm going to let you go first because I know you're not sure where, or you probably know where it sits. But what would you rank that movie?
Out of all the Spider-Man?
Out of 5.
Tom Holland ones?
No, just
out of 5.
Out of 5.
Oh, okay. 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
3.5 out of 5.
Whoa, shit.
Ooh.
Okay. Wow. I did not expect that at all. Rich, how about you, man? What's your rating on our Letterboxd?
4.5.
3.5. Holy shit.
I got 4.5.
Yeah, I'm with Rich. I give that a 4.5. Yeah, man, I got that with No Way Home for me. I really enjoyed it. Now, the flip side of that, obviously now I have more of a context for Andy's. Where would you rank that in the, let's do live action Spider-Man. Let's take Into the Spider-Verse out of it. Out of the live actions. Oh, okay, let's start small. Out of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, where would you rank this?
Ooh.
Andy.
It's a tough one.
No, you gave it 3.5, man. It's not that tough. I've seen your letterbox. You'd like the other ones.
Yeah. Third.
So you rank this above Homecoming?
Yes, I do. No, I do.
And no, okay. Rich, you?
Second. I'll put this under No Way Home.
Second? I put this under No Way Home too. No Way Home still, I think for me, And the reason being is, if you can, just deliberate on why. I'm going to go first. I really bought into the nostalgia of No Way Home,
Mm,
and that's the only thing I can say. that one won it because it had the other two Spider-Man in it, and it was
exactly.
a surprise, not a surprise. I didn't expect to see it. Yes, I'd heard all the rumors. I was so glad it happened. I'm so glad that we're in it. That one just had a really good story for me, but I also enjoyed the villains, which is kind of sad because this movie doesn't really have villains. It does, but it doesn't. But that one
Mm,
was just like the nostalgia trip of everything I loved about the originals, the stuff I liked about Amazing Spider-Man, and it put it into an MCU one, and it did the story really well. That's
yeah,
me. Rich, how about you, man? Like,
same.
is it similar for you, or is there other facts or reasons
Yeah.
around it?
No, it'll be the same for me, and it's also a conclusion to all the live actions previous to that. So it gives
Yeah.
you kind of a sense of a conclusion for those other two franchises.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep.
I rate that
Maybe,
either.
but we'll talk about that in one
Maybe,
sec.
maybe after this we
Maybe.
don't know.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Yeah. Andy, how about you? Why did you put it under Far From Home and No Way Home?
I just found those two movies more entertaining.
Okay.
And
That's a legit point.
yeah, I mean, there's aspects of this movie that are fucking awesome. And I really loved. I love that he's got improved powers and all that kind of stuff. He's using his natural webs. It's less, it's more in the future. It's more of a modern Spider-Man than when he first started in Homecoming. Like, he doesn't have all the gadgets. It's all him.
Yeah.
It's a darker story, which I kind of like, but at the same time, I just don't know. Again, if I saw it again, I might rank it a little higher. But my feeling was that I was thoroughly entertained, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it like I liked No Way Home and Far From Home.
Okay. So I've got our rankings, which is cool. I can put it. I think we all agree that it wasn't the best, and this is the thing I'm sort of struggling with now as I've been diving into the internet now. Since we've all seen it, it gives us the opportunity to see what other people's opinions and thoughts around it. And people are like, they're loving this movie. It's the greatest Spider-Man movie ever made. I'm like, it was good. It was a really grounded Spider-Man story, but was it the one that we enjoyed the most? Maybe not. And again, we're probably all around that same page. I mean, yes, obviously we rated them different places, but again, we're sort of all in the same boat in regards to how we feel about it. Do you want to rank it against the other Spider-Man films, or is that good enough? If we're ranking against the Holland films, like, do you guys want to actually go and rank it against the other five?
Mm.
Five, jeez.
It'll be hard.
No.
I think I've given Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movie shit, but I think the first two are better than this movie.
I think 2 is definitely better than this movie. Rich?
Mm.
Oh, you love 2, so you're in the same boat as us. You rank 2 about this, definitely. Okay. So we say it's in our top 3 Spider-Man films. This one.
No. I wouldn't say.
No, me neither.
Okay, so if you work your way from number 1, so look, what's number 1?
Spider-Man. All of them?
Yeah. Spider-Man 2?
Mine's No Way Home, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, yeah, same.
Yeah. Like,
see, with
it's
this,
not.
Is this better than Garfield's introduction?
I like Garfield's film, but it's so hard to sort of rank it in a, like, I think that's a really good Spider-Man. It's a different take on Spider-Man. Like, he's the cool dude, Peter Parker, and that's okay with me. I thought that was good. I think
I'm looking forward to rewatching.
I like the suit. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Maybe a rewatch is required.
And he had a decent villain.
Yeah.
One of the few that actually had a decent villain. We look at this guy at the Holland ones and go, well, we love Vulture. Vulture was a great villain. But that was it. The other one, it's because we had the Sinister Six. Well, yeah, but he wasn't. He was compared to the other two. Like Vulture was still a better villain. The other one had the almost Sinister Six, even though it was CG for some of them. And then we had, Mysterio, which it was.
It was okay. Yeah.
Which was cool. It was good and it suited Mysterio, but as a villain, he wasn't the best. Yes, he revealed who Peter Parker was or Spider-Man was. That was awesome twist at the end. But yeah, he wasn't the best villain. But yeah, I wouldn't. There in this movie, I don't see Jean Grey is a villain, yes. To the Spider-Man side of it, no. Spider-Man's just in the way. It's not she's not his villain.
No,
like it's just like
I mean, it didn't.
And the villain there isn't one. Damage Control, even though they're the bad guys in the movie at the end, they're still not really a villain. Like Jean's more of a villain than Damage Control, even though Damage Control are doing all the harm. But they're not villains, and he's not fighting a villain like he is when he's fighting Vulture or when he's fighting, the Sinister Six-ish.
Yeah.
The Sinister 5.5.
And that's okay. And that's okay.
It's groundwork, right? That's it. That's all it is for this one.
I think ultimately Jean didn't work for me in this. I think that's where I'm landing.
And do you reckon that's because they're trying to thrust mutants upon us? Do you think this would be? No, you know what I mean. Do you think Jean would have been better off in a mutant saga film to start off and not been in the middle of a Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I
think so.
Would you prefer that? I know I would. I like that she was in there. I get all the secrecy around it because everyone had guessed she was Jean anyway. But it would have been a great movie without her being a villain. And then introduce the mutants. Introduce her. Fuck, you could almost do her as the standalone X-Men introduction movie, right? And she's the main character, and they have all this without Peter, and she could be the character, and then halfway through the movie,
maybe
Professor X. Like,
don't know. I don't know if it's the crossover itself. I don't know if it's the actress that plays her is it's still Max to me. I don't know. It could be. It could be a combination of everything. That's one thing I think I didn't buy in this movie.
And I think we mentioned at the beginning, right? Like it's not really a recency bias. She is very similar to the original version of Max that we made. Bitter, got a shit brother, doesn't like anyone, is a fucking smart ass. Like the original Max, not Max in season 4 or 5. Like. She's not the same with Stranger Things. Like, that's a different Max. But
she's incredible Max in season 4. Like, she was so good in season 4. I was like,
wow. It's because Billy's a fucker. Her brother's an asshole.
I don't know. I don't know if I think that's what.
So really, if it was any other actress, you'd probably be fine. It's just because it's the girl from Stranger Things. Because it's Sadie Sink, it makes it really hard to think of her as anything.
No, I have to. Again, I'm going to rewatch it. I will rewatch it, and I might have a different feeling.
All right, my one suggestion for you is don't see it this week. You need to give it time.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, cool. Boys, any last thoughts around Spider-Man Brand New Day? Anything else you want to talk about? Anything you believe that we've missed? I mean, there's still shit tons we've missed. I know it. I can just think of millions of bits but are they important to us having the conversation right now? I don't know. So anything you guys can think of, you want to last thoughts, think about, say?
No, I think I'm good.
Rich?
No, I think we covered everything. I'm just interested to see where they go from here now.
Yeah.
See,
agreed. I guess that's it, right?
See, because that's what we didn't talk about. The post credit.
Oh, there you go. See, there's always There's nothing to talk about. It was shit. I so hated that one. I wasted 10 minutes of sitting there with everyone else in the cinema. I thought, yes, Professor X, fucking here we go. We're going to just get the bomb dropped on us. We're going to see her on the bus, or Xavier stop the bus with his brain, or talk to her, or at least have a voiceover. Nah.
I had a feeling that they weren't. I have a feeling they weren't going to do that because it's a Sony movie.
Jean Grey's in half the movie. They could do it.
But,
it's okay.
But imagine that. Imagine introducing an X-Men film at a Sony Spider-Man movie. I found that a bit.
I heard this though. They at the end of was it Far From Home? There was a snippet of, this is theatrical and it wasn't here. I heard it was in the US. It was a snippet of fucking not First Class. I think it was Days of Future Past. So it wasn't even an MCU film. It was a Fox film. I don't know if that's completely true. It's a rumor I heard, but yeah, it was like they showed something to do with Days of Future Past, or one of the second generation X-Men films. I was like, huh, shit. Okay. Rich, what's your theory around the post credit scene, the only credit scene that was in the movie?
The only credit scene, yeah. My theory is it's linked in obviously to Secret Wars. It's either one that it's actually picked up another Spider-Man from a different universe that's coming through, or it's Battleworld.
It's all the Spider-Man in Battleworld.
I don't know what that means
exactly.
So at the end of Doomsday. Okay, spoilers for Doomsday because we've all seen it. We all know what's about to happen. Doom creates, when all the worlds converge, he creates a planet called Battleworld where different sections of the world are controlled by different factions of superhumans, mutants, superheroes, etc. And one of them is there's multiple Spider-Men that are on one part of Battleworld. And that would be awesome because then we could have every Spider-Man ever, because then we could have Miles, we could have 2099, we could have Andrews, we could have
everyone,
Tony Maguire's, we could have every Spider-Man everywhere. So I don't know. Andy, what did you think of the post-credit? Like, did it make any sense to you? Did it mean anything? Were you pissed that you stayed there just to see the tracker? Which, like I said, this is why I said we could have watched it on YouTube. This is why we could have watched this on YouTube.
It made no sense.
Yeah, we can always watch it on YouTube now.
It didn't make much sense to me other than there's another Spider-Man. Is that what they're saying? That's all I know.
Well, it could be a different version of our Spider-Man. It could be a different Spider-Man. It could be multiple Spider-Man. It could be, I don't know, Doom fucking around with a mobile going, ha ha. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not versed enough in Spider-Man lore to go with what that meant. I've heard the things around what Rich was talking about. Could it be a different Spider-Man? Could it also be like, Toby or Andrew's Spider-Man? Like,
why would they be in space though?
Okay.
Why would they be in space though?
Different dimension, planet incursion, planet coming towards ours. we don't know what part of space it was, and if it's a mobile app, how is someone doing it in space? Like, again, I don't know how it works. This is why I don't understand how the app works, because I'm like, how is someone? This is Dr. Doom got a phone and going, sweet Spider-Man. Saw him in fucking in the 10005 dimension of fucking.
I don't have an opinion on it, to be honest. I don't know.
But did it shit you? That's all I want to know. Were you annoyed and going, that's not a real post credit?
I wasn't shitty. I wasn't shitty.
I was so annoyed, man. Everyone
sat there. No one left.
I had a few people walk out, and like most of the cinema didn't, same as you guys. Most of my cinema sat there, and then we all laughed as it happened, and then walked out, and everyone was just like, I could have left 5 minutes earlier. Like, everyone was a bit not shitty, but it's just like what a disappointing wait after such a decent film. That was such a good movie. action was amazing, and that was a really shit post credit. But if you go down theory road, it could be anything, right? Like that's why I thought we could have a chat about it. So good thought, Rich. I'm glad you brought that up because yeah, totally forgot about that. All right, now last call, last round. Anything else you guys want to bring up from the movie? Any other thoughts? Anything you want to say? I think we've nailed a lot of it.
Yeah.
We
Had
have
a really good deep dive into that. No, that was awesome. All right, so a 3.5 and 2 4.5s, which I'm really surprised at, Gelfie. Yours stunned me. Thought you would like this one more. But again, like you said, after a second view, who knows? All right, everyone. That is the end of our Spider-Man Brand New Day conversation. Again, boys, appreciate as always just being able to talk to you. And again, thank fuck, we've finally been able to talk about this movie. I've been holding this for 5 days. I can't talk to anyone. No, you two are the only people that I know that I want to talk about it with. I can talk about with one of the guys at work tomorrow. And go, what do you think, man? How was it? But yeah, I've been hanging to talk to you guys again because I didn't know whether anyone would sit with it. I knew we'd like it, but I wasn't sure where everyone stood with it because, like, even for me, it's a 4.5. Could have easily been a 4. Shit, yeah, it really could have. But just I enjoyed it. I thought it was well done. The fight scenes, the Insomniac parts of it, just all these things taken from the game probably lifted it a lot for me because, like, the fucking web grenade and all that. The when he multi-webs everyone, like that's part of the game as well. It's like, there's just so many good things that I enjoy from playing it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it was good. All right. Quick lightning round of what you've been watching. I have watched jack shit. I played Halo campaign Evolved, and yep, Halo's Halo. It still doesn't work for me, Halo. I enjoyed it, but it was okay. I didn't play very much of it. But that's all I've done. I have watched nothing but Spider-Man this week. Rich, what have you been watching, man?
Ooh, I got to bring out the list. The list.
So
I've watched.
Hold on. Scroll.
Five movies, including Spider-Man.
What?
That's minimal for you, man. That's not
4.
much.
No, it's actually 4 movies, not 5. Sorry, because last week
I've only watched 4 in one day.
watched Spider-Man No Way Home last week when we talked about it. So after that, I watched Supergirl.
Yep.
Supergirl.
Is it as bad as I thought it's going to be?
Nope. It's actually better. I find it better than Superman.
Pretty low bar.
Oh, wow. Well, for you, I guess mine's not that high. Okay, so you enjoyed it more than Superman.
Yeah, I got to revisit Superman again. I think I rated it too high.
Whatever you remember, you were right. Don't do it to yourself, Rich.
I rated it too high, I reckon.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Yeah.
What else, man?
I watched X-Men 3, The Last Stand. Still nice. Bothers me. Still give it average.
So bad.
And another movie I watched, which I kept on getting reels and YouTube shorts about it, so decided to watch it. A movie called Tuna, as in not the fish. Actually, a tuna, as
Tuner.
Tuner. It's actually a great movie. I really recommend it. I gave it a 4. It's a guy who basically has I think they describe it as an allergy to loud noises. So he's like a piano prodigy, all this kind of stuff, and he's in a business with fine tuning pianos, right? But with that, he can crack into safes because of his like his heightened hearing and kind of sense. So it's interesting how it goes from that, leads on to crime and all that kind of things, and it ended up being a great movie. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, recommended watch.
Okay, that sounds so random. Interesting. What else, man?
And the last one was Spider-Man, which we just literally talked about for 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's like the least movies you've ever watched in any week ever. Wow,
Now I'm thinking about it, yeah.
wow, Mr. Gelfie, what you been watching, man?
I've only watched one movie this week, and that was other than Spider-Man, and that was Devil Wears Prada 2, and I had never seen Devil Wears Prada 1, so I don't think I needed to watch the first one. I kind of knew the gist of it.
Everyone's just younger.
Yeah. I didn't mind it.
Nice.
It was just it was better than He-Man, that's for sure.
And that's so sad.
And, yeah, it is. It really is. But yeah, and I've just been watching TV shows like X-Men 97 and House of Dragon.
Nice, man. No, we've
Funny
all had a very light week. Sorry,
funny
Rich,
fact.
go, man.
Funny fact, go back to what we spoke to before, how Cat was in that movie.
Oh yeah, true.
That's
See,
when that
Did you
when
watch that
that
last
movie.
week, Rich?
No, I watched it a few weeks back because I watched them back to back.
Oh, was
The
it?
first,
Oh, shit.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah. I watched
right,
it at the
that's right.
beginning of July. I just looked.
So that's if Spider-Man Brand New Day had the New York Knicks in it, I would have given it a 5. Like in some capacity, like in some sort of cameo. That's
Just
what it was missing.
Jalen just walking down with the trophy and the MVP.
Missed
Reece?
opportunity.
Yes.
Missed opportunity to have like
But-
a cool cameo.
But that cameo from Cat was at the premiere. That's when they're saying that movie started everything. So when that was filmed and that premiere with Cat, that's when the streak started. Right after that.
There you go. Right. There you go.
And
It's
OG
so random
loves
that he was
Anne
in it.
Hathaway as well.
Yeah.
And then Hathaway and OG just,
It's so random that he was in that
Oh.
movie.
Oh, that's so funny.
For 2
What
seconds.
an awesome theory.
Mm.
That's so funny. All right, gents. Well, that is us for another week. That was a roller coaster, that one. We started at the beginning and somehow sort of went every way we could until we got to the end. If there is anything else that we've missed, please leave it in the comments because I really don't know what we've missed now. We covered so many things and I still feel like we missed something. So again, maybe we do a rewatch in a couple of months and then say, this is everything we've forgotten. This is how we feel about it. As always, boys, like I said, I'm always enjoy these with you guys. It's always good to talk about it. Again, sucked that we didn't all get to go and see it together, but we're doing all right at the moment. We're getting at least 2 out of 3 of us at the movies together, so that's really good. But yeah, once again, please like, subscribe, comment. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and obviously here on YouTube. We're also live on Twitch when we do the initial stream. And then in a couple of days, the actual full version will be up in glorious 4K, sort of. But again, that is us for the week. Have a good week. Boys, take it easy, and I will talk to you, well, probably in about 5 seconds because, we'll keep chatting afterwards as always. But we will see everyone in the next episode of the Hype Check Pod. See you, everyone.
Boy.